Hey everyone, I got the opportunity to play some Gloomhaven 2nd Edition live on my Twitch stream with Gripeaway, Drew, one of the project developers now of 2nd Edition, but also you might recognize him from maybe streaming on Twitch, but also he was a big member of the Gloomhaven subreddit, still is, and I did many class guides for the Gloomhaven games and Gloomhaven classes as well. So really cool to see him actually now a part of it, and he was one of the main people who was investigating this and has had a big role in the kind of molding of this 2nd edition. It was really kind of him to jump on, so a big thank you right up front for him agreeing to do this. It was super cool of him to take time out of his sort of personal time to be able to come up and really come on stream and show us a little bit more of the game. We're playing up to level 5. I'm playing the Mind Thief. He's playing the Spellweaver. So we have up to level 5, which we haven't seen those cards yet. So some nice new cards to look at in this video. Also, we are playing with 8 perks. So we got to play with some nice new perks, which were a lot of fun. Also, there were some items that were up to around about Prosperity level 2, I think, is where we were roughly about, with a couple of items that were unlocked through the kind of reputation faction system. So us going a certain way with the faction quests or siding with one of the different factions. This particular scenario is, I believe, called Investigation. It was scenario 18, I think. Yeah, we are essentially trying to investigate a corrupt guard is part and parcel of it. We've heard rumors of a corrupt guard, so we're investigating those rumors. Before we get started, a big thank you to all of my supporters over on Patreon and on Twitch, and my legendary supporters on Patreon, Mike, Kira, Obi-Wan Kanzi, and Shao Quinn. Thank you guys so much for the legendary support. I really very much appreciate it. Okay then, without further ado, let's jump in to Gloomhaven 2nd Edition. Mistakes will not be accepted. Give me some slack, guys. Come on. I am very much looking forward to trying out some of these new cards. I think we're gonna go for, like, I mean, I kind of wanted to go for a control E enemy build, but I also feel like the negative conditions just seemed like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so what kind of a Mind Thief are you going to play?
Yeah, I was thinking, I mean, the perks, I was thinking, I think Slam Dunk, you want to get that one that allows you to draw from your own modifier deck rather than from the enemy's deck, right? It's got to be. Like when you use control abilities. So I was thinking that one, and then probably the ones that give bonuses to negative conditions, I was thinking. Probably.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you'll have 8 perks, so you can take a fair amount. So to answer someone's question, we're not going to play level 1, we're going to play at level 5 today.
Okay. You're going to have to direct me to where I'm supposed to go for perks.
Okay, yeah.
I am literally a noob at this mod.
No problem. Yeah, so normally the mod is actually automated for this, but it's actually not going to work with the way I had to import things here. So down here is the character sheet, and I'll just do this manually for you. So basically, you can just click the little boxes that you want, and I'll just apply all the perks. So you can pick 8 perks that you want.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah.
Nah, we're just playing on +1 today. But don't worry, this scenario has a little something in store for us.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that, but...
Or it can, depending on MQ's appetite for risk.
Quite like the idea of this a 2-player, but it's a little bit naughty.
Well, you're
actually,
if I'm Spellweaver, so I'm not sure even that's useful, is
it? Probably not. And actually, if I'm going to use some
from my perspective, it's not useful.
True. Okay, let's go for let's go for some of these. That's good, I think. More immobilized, more negative conditions. Let's do it. Let's load up.
Okay. Let me do the stuff for you.
Oh, did you say I have 8 or 7?
8.
Oh, I got one more then. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Are there any scenario effects? That's a great question. Are there any scenario effects?
In this scenario?
Yeah.
Well, I won't tell you that until you pick your perks. But
okay.
Yes, there certainly are scenario effects in Gloomhaven too. Otherwise, I mean, having that perk there would be a questionable bait.
Yeah, understandable. I think we'll go without it because it's kind of like, I know we might have it, guys, but let's go for the more exciting perks, you know, for our play session rather than go for like it's a good one, but let's go for a fun one.
All right. Well, the good news for you is there is no scenario effect here.
Hooray! Oh, actually, I was going to do this one instead for fun. Actually, I was going. Oh no, it's a 2-perker. Okay, I can't do that. I was thinking about doing the bottom one there. That seems fun too.
So I'll put this up in your active area. Although you'll probably just remember to use your deck. All right, so I've swapped the things into your deck, so that'll all be set up now.
Nice.
Yeah, so the scenario we're doing today is actually in Gloomhaven, which I guess is the reason why there's no scenario effects. Scenario effects, are usually thematically tied to like some like spookiness or badness or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here we're just we're actually investigating a captain, like a member of the guard, like a sort of like a captain, not the captain of the guard, but essentially a captain. Lore isn't really my strong suit, but something close to this.
Mm-hmm.
Who's been corrupted by the merchants. So we're trying to basically weed out some corruption from the town guard, and so there are no scenario effects for this sort of work.
Nice.
All right, so let me give you. So I grabbed a bunch of items for you from the mod as well. So we're just going to play Prosperity 2 today. I didn't grab any. So normally you'd have a much more interesting selection of items, but because there are more items in Gloomhaven 2 than in Gloomhaven 1. There's the number of items is about 20 more, but we've changed a lot of items. But I didn't want to spoil any of like the unique items that you'd find early on in the campaign, so I just kind of grabbed boring prosperity stuff, with the exception of the sun powder here, which is a random item design.
Of course.
So you can grab 3 of these 4 small items. I didn't want to pick for you, but whichever one you don't want. And then I grabbed you 2 head options and 2 boot options, so you can get rid of one of those in each case. And then I'll use this opportunity also. Not surprised. Pretty sure Gripe just records titles and numbers. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Additionally, I'll explain. Now, these are obviously just like placeholder images that we used for playtesting. Again, everything that's here is just the playtesting files. But so this little thing we have on the side of these items here is the faction reputation requirement in order to be able to purchase these items. Not to use it, but to be able to purchase.
Okay.
So in our case, we're pretending that we are working with the military. We have to have 6 reputation to do this scenario. So naturally, we would have at least 5 reputation. So with 3 reputation, you'd be able to buy the stud leather, and with 5 reputation, you'd be able to buy the iron spear.
Nice. Okay. So there's a little bit of variation then between like the kind of unlocking acquisition of items then in the sense that there's prosperity, and then there's also this way of unlocking items. And are there items that are both prosperity and this, or is this just like a key choice to like, okay, that's a special item that you only get if you go that way with that faction?
So there are both. So there are items. So these items, for example, are prosperity items as well as being reputation items. Each level of prosperity has 1 item. Well, sorry, each of the first 5 levels of prosperity has 1 item for each faction, which is what these are. So this would be the prosperity 1, and this would be the prosperity 2 for the military. Additionally, there are items in the game that are only attainable through faction advancement and have nothing to do with prosperity.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And then obviously there are also just plenty of prosperity items.
Well, I love me an iron spear and a studded leather, so... And I can't remember if do we still have jump on this character or not? I can't even remember if we
So
have jump.
level 1, you have just the move 4 jump with really bad initiative now. It used to be good initiative. It used to be like a nice late initiative on the bottom of feedback loop, but now it's a pretty crappy mid initiative. So yeah, it's kind of, it depends on your level up choices as well, because you have another option for some jump if you don't want the jump boots.
Sure, let's go jump boots. Hold Alt when looking at cards, thank you. I am that bad at this. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, definitely the jump. We got some move forwards in there. We're good. We just need a bit of jump. I think we want to be using the feedback loop top now. It's the switcheroo. Used to be the go-to bottom action, but it might now be a go-to top action.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it works out in this party. So Semira's forced me to play the Spellweaver and forced me to play Losses, both begrudgingly. So yeah, we'll see how the summon build works in a 2-player party where you're the front line. Best of luck to you.
Okay, well, Like I said,
No,
this is my first
we'll
time
see.
playing this, all right, everybody? No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, we're only playing on +1. It should be fine.
Yeah, what do we got? We got guards, we got hounds. These are all enemies that we are well versed, kind of, in. Hounds don't have retaliate, right? No, of course they don't have retaliate. That's not something we need to worry about. Hey, Themris. Hey, Fortuna. How's it going, guys? Good to have you in chat, Themris. Hope you're doing awesome. We're very much excited to be checking this out.
Hey, Mariel. Yeah, it is great to be here with MQ. I'm happy to have been able to join the stream.
Yeah,
So
and again, thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule. I know you got a lot on to jump on and be on stream, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Let me take a look. So I don't actually have your stream up. For example, there are a couple things you can do. I'm not sure how familiar you are with streaming.
I did go on and try and do a little. I've made myself a little picture-in-picture of my player board. I thought that was a good idea. So it's sort of.
That looks good. Yeah, that's what I was gonna go check. That makes. Oh, sorry, I just turned the stream on, so there will be an echo for a second. But yeah, the picture-in-picture is exactly. Yeah, it looks great.
Gripe's a bit quiet. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we've maxed out our volume. It's a little bit.
I'll replug my headset. Who knows? It's the best I can hope for. I'll be right back.
I don't know if there's a way. Yeah, no. I can turn myself down a little bit in comparison, which may help a little bit. But I think that's all I can really do my end, is I can turn myself down a little bit. Really handy. How did you make the picture-in-picture? So it's just if you like right-click, go to there's a camera option here. Because I'm using it, it's kind of disappeared, but there's a camera here called picture-in-picture. And you can click that, and then you get the little box. And then you can kind of find like a nice kind of camera angle that you like, and then you can click the lock button there, and then it locks it so it doesn't change. Look at that. Okay, I'm giving advice on Tabletop Simulator. What a day. What?
Hey, it's good advice. So how is the volume now? I guess you don't know, but chat can probably tell me.
Sounds okay for me, but I've just got you turned up in my headphones. You always make your picture-in-picture your 2 active cards. Yeah, I wasn't sure what would be the best approach here. I've gone with the player board. We'll see how we do, but I could see that also being maybe a better option. If I come down a bit, then you can turn us both up. That's a good idea. Let me turn myself down a bit. So there you go. I've turned myself down now. So hopefully everyone might be able to turn everything up now, and maybe that's better.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I mean, I just turned you up a bit now, or turned everything up a bit now, so I can hear you fine. So hopefully I'll be fine. Again, sorry everyone for that. I'll replace my headset eventually. I guess I should probably do it sooner rather than later. I've had this headset for like 5-6 years, and it wasn't a very expensive headset to begin with.
Well, if it's not broken,
I'm technically not broken, I guess.
Yeah, it works. Awesome. Cool. So where do we start then? Where's the
Okay, well, yeah, so the next thing you need to do is you need to do your level ups, and then build
of course.
Well, we'll build the hand afterwards, so we'll do the level ups first. So
yes, nice.
Just grab the cards side by side.
Right, let's go.
Pick one for each level.
This is what everyone was wanting to see. Here we go, guys. So we got the classic hostile takeover at level 2, which I was quite surprised to see that the top of this card has not really been changed. You know, it was good then, and it's good again. So, I think the bottom is the same as well, or is it? No, was the bottom like on a different card or something before? Was it on Cranium Overload or something? No.
No, so the bottom was on Hostile Takeover before,
That's
but there were actually two versions of this effect before. There was one at higher level and one at level 2. And the only distinction between the two of them was that you could control how the monster performed the abilities on the higher level version. We just put that on the level 2 version, so it's effectively the same as before, except you get the control effect now.
nice. I think I was looking at. I think I was gonna take hostile takeover. I think that was the plan. Just for the ice, really. I think extra ice generation seems useful. We really need our ice generators. We don't have such as good options at level 1 anymore.
What? There's no non-loss bottom stun that makes ice anymore? Who could have seen that one coming?
Yeah, yeah. Then I think we wanted to go for yeah, we want to control enemies, so we're going to go for the top of Brain Leech for sure, for fun. Brain Leech fun. See, Silent Scream, like now that there's a disarm on this card, I feel like this is very interesting. It's a very late initiative though, but it makes it a very interesting proposition because the heal is, the heal was always like a nice added benefit with Silent Scream, but now you got the disarm on it. It's like, oh my word, this is like amazing.
Yeah, it's a pretty big swing. An attack 2 disarm that also does a heal too.
It's pretty huge, right? And it's targeted heal as well, and Silent Scream was a self-heal, wasn't it, before?
Yep, that's correct. Technically, there were 2 augments that did healing before, I believe. I might be mistaken on that, but I believe there was a ranged one at higher level and the self one at lower level, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've played with the old version at this point.
I think we're going for it. Because also I like the control effect on the bottom for a bit of control shenanigans. Sounds fun. And then, if I didn't take a summon, I feel like chat would literally hang me. So we'll go for the big rat monstrosity, as well as the little the combo here with more negative conditions as well. Seems really sweet.
Cool. Oh yeah, so Sound Scream is the level 3 one, and yeah, the level 1 one was the different one, Parasitic Influence.
Nice. Choice made. Right. We'll drag them in, and we'll start building the hand.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you can take a look at the scenario first before you build your hand, obviously. So yeah, we have City Guards, City Archers, Hounds, and Bandit Scouts. And then yeah, so we'll start in these 4 hexes here, but basically between the rocks. And so to start with, all these doors are locked except for the topmost door is the only unlocked door. So all we know right now is that we can go in there, and that again, we're here looking for a corrupt guard captain.
And that's the kind of win condition, is it? The goal?
Yeah, so the goal for the scenario, good question, is to kill I forget what his name is. Let me bring up the PDF. Yeah, when the corrupt city guard is dead. Okay. At the end of that round, read section, etc.
So people are asking, like, what is the specific scenario? Is that known at this stage, or is this more of a is it not been set really in terms of, like, I don't know, numbering or equivalent? Is that known?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair. So this is scenario number 18.
Okay.
I'm pretty positive that should not change. And yes, it was 57 in original Gloomhaven. The original Gloomhaven one of it was an interesting concept, but ultimately a little bit flawed in practice. So the original version of this, you just had 4 doors. All of them were unlocked, and behind one of them was the guard you were supposed to kill. And so,
gotcha.
Like if you picked the correct door first, the scenario was really easy, and if you picked it fourth, it was really, really hard. And that was all there was to it.
Sure. Yeah, I can't say I really remember that scenario very well. It's been a long time though.
Yep.
Okay, so we know we got guards, we know we got hounds, so we know that there's going to be some shield, there's going to be some retaliate, so, let's have a look and see what we got. We're obviously going to bring all of our brand new cards, so let's not kid anyone here. All of the brand new cards are all coming in, so level 2, that's going to be half of our cards right there anyway.
So I actually, for my level 3 choice, I have a question for you, and I guess you can take a little bit to figure this out yourself. But basically, so at level 3, I can have a sort of supportive action, which is this strengthen, target 1 ally range 3. The target has +2 to their next attack this round. So this is really only useful if you can kind of go after 12, but not super late. I don't know how realistic that is for you, especially with the cards you'll take. So that's kind of just a question. If you feel like you can consistently benefit from this, you can go like, in the 16, something like that, then I'd be happy to take this. Otherwise, I'll just take the easy to use multi-target ranged model.
It'll also work pretty well with my summons, though, right?
Right, but again, it's because it's only for this round, the +2 attack. Just getting a bottom strengthen, at level 3, this would be pretty underwhelming. So it's really important that I can do this before you. Basically, I do have boots of speed though, so yeah. All right, I'll take it. We can probably make it work.
Yeah, I mean, what have I got? I got some 20 initiatives, right?
Okay, yeah, that's
I'm probably
sort of
going to
thing
be
that I
playing
wanna see.
around. That we got a 12 as well, so I can always choose to choose. Oh no, it'll be the second card, right? So I just have to make sure I play a late second card. We got an 18. We got a 20. Yeah, we can make that work.
Okay.
14. Yeah, we can make that work. Right. How many cards do we start with? It's not 12. It's 10. I know. In the original release, it looked like it was 12. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, 12 cards!" It's 10. Everyone.
What did they do to the Mind Thief? This is extreme.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like we're gonna need some. Right. So we got a nice ice generator. We know we got one summon. I think it might be a little bit greedy to play with 2 summons, but then we do. It is just a very good move 4 on the bottom anyway. So this is probably a candidate. We can bring that there. Obviously, we said we wanted to do some like possession type shenanigans, so I feel like we want to bring that. If our job here is to play around with controlling enemies a little bit, I really want to play feedback loop 100%. So that's a lock, I think. Mentioned potentially empathetic assault could be a decent one time. Move 2, heal 2. There's lots of retaliate, so could be good. Obviously, the new mind's weakness gotta be played. Gotta be played. But then, having said that, if we are not doing many attacks ourselves, what are we doing? We're not actually doing that many attacks ourselves. So maybe we don't even play the mind's weakness. Holy cow! The new world. What is this? Frigid Apparitions, still a very solid card though. Scurry has been buffed to be very nice now.
Well, it's been like side grid buffed, right?
Yeah.
Because technically it was always a move 3, attack 3 before, and now it still can be. It's just like now you have more options because it can be an attack 3 or an attack 2 poison muddle, or
That's true. So we're probably at this stage looking at Submissive Affliction, which is pretty nice because it's a very versatile ability. And Withering Claw, maybe. So maybe this and Withering Claw. And then maybe we actually get rid of... maybe I can't play Feedback Loop, eh? No, I want to play with the 2 summons. That's fun. I feel like I'm probably trying to do too many things at once here, which is probably ultimately going to cost me. But, I really want to find a space for Withering Claw.
So, Dan, the Spellweaver cards will actually be posted in an article on the Backerkit later today. There will be an article talking about level 1 through 5 Spellweaver, so you'll be able to find the Spellweaver cards there, since you won't be able to see them super well today, although you'll see them kind of when I play them. Otherwise, yeah, Themris, you really set me up to fail here with I like doing this loss thing with the summon build because I kind of need to use ice armor to keep the summon alive. All right. I mean, so basically to explain, at level 5, you get access to sort of a pretty significant choice in the Spellweaver, and one of the 2, which is what Themris insisted I had to do. He claims he didn't do anything. He's done a lot today that he shouldn't have done. Is this card Warm Up? So Warm Up is an attack 3 range 3 that makes fire, and on the next attack ability, right here. You perform an action with loss, add +1 to all your attacks. So basically, the idea is to play this and then play a loss once per rest cycle, but it needs to be an attacking loss. And since you're going to be playing a summon, which I'm happy to see it, the loss that I really want to play is ice armor, because using the top of ice armor on the summon is going to be huge, right? Like guaranteeing that it survives 3 attacks that would otherwise basically kill it is going to make a really big difference. And so it's kind of going to waste Warm Up a little bit. And if it were me, I'd just not be playing Warm Up here in this party. But Themris is a bully, so.
all in the objective of testing, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Not at all with any ulterior motives to just bully you into doing something into a terrible situation. Right.
We'll probably make it work. All right.
All right. I think I got my hand now. Is that actually going to work? Is it going to drag it properly? Yeah. Kind of. There we go. For some reason. Okay, that's... Scurry. Why is it always scurry?
Okay. Yeah. So what you can do to more easily get the cards into your hand, so just like drag them somewhere else on the table,
Okay.
out of your hand for now, and then click and drag over all of them.
Yep.
Press G to group them. And then yeah, press the number of cards there. So just double tap 1, for example, while mousing over it. And that'll just draw them all to your hand. So when you press a number in TTS, this will draw that number of cards to your hand. If you press a number that's larger than the pile of cards there, it'll just draw the entire pile.
Nice.
And then after that, oh yeah, to flip cards, it's F if there's still any that are upside down. I can't see cards that are upside down in your hand because they're
no, it looks all good.
Okay. Then yeah, so if you top right hand corner, you go to player, like there's a little box. You click that, click player interface, and this will bring up the interface for you. And then you can click sort hand, and that'll sort your hand by initiatives for you.
Nice. Quick.
Okay.
Add blesses.
Oh yeah, no, actually, no, we don't have any blesses. I'll be getting blesses soon enough, though.
Okay.
Okay, so we just
Awesome.
need to go to the top.
All right, so there's no enemies in this room at all then?
No enemies at all.
All right, so we just need to make our way towards the top door. Gotcha. Right. Do we just straight away slam the summon? Well, you know, it does feel quite good, doesn't it? So how do you do like the active playing of cards here? Do you just put them in the...
Yep, you just click, and I think there's a hotkey for that, but I'm not familiar with it. Demmer's probably no, because he drags them into his picture-in-picture. Because basically the new version of Gloomhaven Enhanced added a context menu, but I've never familiarized myself with the hotkey for putting cards in the played area. So yeah, basically you just drag them and then put one here, put one here.
Okay.
And just by flipping, like as you drag them, usually like while you're holding it, you just press F to flip it face down.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, I've managed to select. No, I've done it.
Okay, so I think I'm not gonna move turn 1. I'm just going to chill back here, and then we can open the door on turn 2. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, sure, that works for me. That's fine.
Did Gripe talk about Bandit Scouts? No, I didn't, actually. That's a very good question. So, Bandit Guards are now Bandit Scouts. They use the Scout deck rather than the Guard deck. A couple reasons for this. One is that, why would Bandits guard anything? Bandits are not the guarding types. The second reason is that there were 3 Guards and 1 Scout. So, you know, moving Bandit Guards to Bandit Scouts makes the 2 decks used a little bit more evenly. And also, like, the Scout deck has the move loot jump or move jump loot, which is thematically so perfect for bandits, right?
Yeah, that works way better in terms of their, you know, the fact that they would choose loot over literally anything else on a turn does feel like very bandity.
Absolutely. All right, so I think we're ready to go. So I'm up first. All right, so at 60 initiative, I'm just going to generate 2 elements here. So I'm going to use the bottom of Emberfrost just to give the Mind Thief shield 1 for the round. I'm just doing this to make ice.
Nice.
And then I will play the top of Warm Up. I won't play the attack here, so I'll just be using this as an active ability on the next attack ability you perform with a loss this round, add +1 to all your attacks. So now the next time I play a loss attack, I'll have +1 on all of it, and I have Fire and Ice. And I'm done.
Big Spellweaver turn incoming.
Yep.
All right, well, I was going to just move towards the door and drop my rat down.
Yep, sounds good.
Let's do that. And is there any particular space you would not like?
No, I'll probably move on to exactly the door next turn. Okay. So no preference.
Okay. So we'll drop the rat. Do we have a standee for that?
All right, so hold on. It's the level 5 summon you're using, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got a standee for you. I don't know if the HP will actually work, because I think it might bug out in this mod, but otherwise, for now, at least it should.
Cool, great. So then that needs to go into my active, right?
Yep.
Active, discard.
Okay.
Perfect.
Will there be a foreteller option with Gloomhaven 2? Honestly, I have no idea, but hopefully.
They are in chat, just, you know.
Well, there you go.
Just ask them.
Okay. So I guess I'll go in pretty early. I'll open the door and shoot some things.
Nice. I think. Well, are you going to go pretty early?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can. It depends if it matters for you. I assume you'd want me to go before you so that your summon goes in.
Yeah, that would be
yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna go pretty early, but by like I don't know, pretty early by Crykart standards, not by Mighty for Scoundrel standards.
Okay, I got you. I got your range. I got your range down. Okay, so we probably need. Yeah, I like the idea of using this. So I think that'll be, yeah. Okay, so we'll pick that as our...
Also, I have an element potion as well. I know you do also. So if ever you need me to make you an element pretty badly, you can always let me know.
Nice. Cool.
Okay. Here we go. All right. Is this what you were expecting with 22? Is that Cragart pretty early, or is that even faster?
Well, you know, Cragart like super early, of course, has always been 13, but you know, yeah, this is like rumbling advanced, right?
Yep. Yeah. This was the level. So rumbling advanced was 28, and then there was the level 2, which was the 21, or was it the other way around? Anyway. Okay, so yeah, I'll use the bottom of Freezing Nova to do a move 4 directly onto the door. So normally these doors would be scripted, but again, we're using the not mod, so I will have to set up this room. So we have 1, 2, 3 elite hound. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Did you say 3 elite hounds?
Yep, 3 elite hounds and an elite. Oh no, we're 2-player. Oh no. Okay.
I was about to say.
No. I've been playing too much 3-player lately. No. So sorry, we have 1 normal and 1 elite hound. There we go. And we have an elite bandit.
Okay, I mean, still, you know, still pretty tough. 2 elites.
Yep. There we go. All right. So his stats.
What do they gain? Correct. They gain shield with elite. Okay. These guys get a little more retaliate. Okay. Scary retaliate.
Okay. So we reveal the room. The elite bandit scout is the informant. When he is defeated, read section A.
We got to get him to snitch.
We got exactly. All right.
Got to beat that information out of him.
There we go. And there we go. All right. Well, scout's doing scout things. So let's see. The hounds are going to.
Let me see that. Okay.
Where did I put
my
character? Oh, I just didn't actually. Okay. Yeah. So unfortunately, the summon is going to get blocked, huh? Because the 2 hounds are going to block the 2 hexes. Unfortunately, I don't have movement boots, so I can't go 1 more. But there's a chance I can kill something.
Yeah, if you kill the regular hound, right?
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's easier said than done, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna use the top of Dancing Gales. So this is the new level 4, the competition against Coldfire. Coldfire is still around, but this is the other option. So yeah, we're gonna use the top here, consuming fire and ice. So what this gives me is a strength and self, and then an attack 3 range 3, and then an attack 2 range 3 model.
Nice. And then you have your active.
Yeah, well, that's just for playing losses, the warm-up. So that actually won't do anything here.
Sure.
If it did, then I would have enough. But so actually, I will pop my power potion here to add +1 to all my attacks. Because if I don't do that, then yeah, I don't think I'm ever killing this hound. So in this case, I have an attack 4 with advantage, and then an attack 3 model with advantage, and I'll throw both of these into the hound. So I just need to get +1 or better on 2. Unfortunately, I didn't improve my deck that much. I took all 3 non-AMDs, so well,
I believe.
You know,
I believe.
Here we go.
Okay.
No, to this point I need a +2.
Hey, there you go.
Easy. Never didn't have it. All right. So He's dead, and yeah, I'm done. So
Awesome.
then the Elite Hound is going to come up next to me. I'm just going to double check that these stats are correct. They are indeed. Yeah, so the Elite Hound's going to just attack me for 4. I will go ahead and use my Stud of the Leather for this. Why not? Nice disadvantage, but anyway, at least we have the shield. Okay, so I take 4 and I'm down to 6.
Nice. All right, my go then. So, rat. In we go. And it's just going to be doing a flat attack 2 right now, right? Sorry, attack 3. Yeah. Okay. How do I draw from here?
Oh yeah, so in the player interface on the right side, there's a large rectangular button which says Draw Attack Modifier. If you press that, it'll draw, and then it'll like flash in the top center of your screen what you drew, as well as showing it down on your character map.
Sweet. Nice. All right, +1.
So 4 damage there, and
yep.
then 2
retaliate, unfortunately. Yep. Okay, then my go. So we will do a move 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, bandit's not doing anything, not moving, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
just
not moving. That's good. Okay, so I'll do that. I won't give my summon a move then. I think it's probably unwise at this stage. I mean, I guess I could move it away, but there's yeah, I guess I should maybe move it away just in case of initiative reasons, but it's okay, we'll just move them 2 away. It's out of harm's way, I guess. So then we'll use the top of new Withering Claw. So we're going to do Poison, Muddle, and attack 2 with Immobilize. So we'll draw an attack modifier. 0.
Okay.
So 2 damage, Poison, Muddle, and Immobilize.
Okay. Gotcha.
He is very negative
retaliate?
conditions. And yeah, 2 retaliate to me.
Yeah, so your summon will just, I mean, assuming a +0, we'll just one-shot that at this point. So that's good.
You do it.
Okay.
You do it on my. Oh, you do it on my standee. Great, perfect.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just take care of the stuff.
Yeah.
Since I'm
I super
TTS,
appreciate you doing that. Yeah, I super appreciate you doing that.
No problem. Okay. Well, I definitely don't need to play a boss here anymore. Don't have an element though. Is there any chance you could make ice fast?
Yes, I believe there is.
Because then I can stun the bandit scout, so that we're like, I mean, if you go fast, your summon will just basically execute the hound. Then I'll stun the scout, and we'll just be safe.
My ice would be with immobilize though. So in theory, I could immobilize the scout.
Oh,
and then
okay. Then I could go late and stun him for next round. Okay, that works for me.
And then, ideally, with all of these negative conditions, I would hope that the rat monstrosity could deal with our hound problem.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. I guess I could probably use the bottom of Brain Leech just in case I need to finish him off. You never know.
Okay. Here we go. So
nice
you're
hedge.
up first at 9.
All right. Here we go. So Rat Monstrosity's going to move in. Back in there. Back in the fight. So now it's going to attack for a bunch. Right? We're looking at...
Right. So
3.
unlike your abilities, it doesn't get +1 for each negative condition, just if the target has a negative condition, it gets +1.
Nice. So it's going to be 4. So 4. Ooh.
Oh, well...
Okay. 4.
So how much was that?
So it was 4, now 5, 6, 7, 8. Right?
I think 9 even, right? Because that's a base +1 on the modifier as well.
That's a lot of damage. Plus the poison? Yeah, right. Plus
the
poison.
That's how I get
yeah.
to the 9.
Yeah, that's the 9. Yeah, the 9 is the poison. Yeah.
Is it 10? No, I think it's just 9. So hold on. So it's base 5 attack essentially with the poison plus the rat's ability, and then the modifier gives it another 4 +1 +3. Yeah, so it is 9.
Build your own mind's weakness. I think he's dead.
Yeah, you got him.
We got him.
Okay.
Nice. So then, wow, on my bottom then, I can just do some sneaky looting then, I think. So I will probably just, I'll nip on this coin. Give ourselves some coins.
Oh, so you know, so the sandy will auto loot. If you, for example, do like this, and then when you end your turn on top of the coin, it'll just throw it right on your map for you.
Lovely. Chef's kiss.
We did not draw battle goals. Yeah, I mean, who does battle goals? But no.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
We got enough to concentrate on here, I think.
All right, and so you still got your immobilize attack on the guard.
That's
So the
true.
scout.
So yeah, we'll do an attack too. And
Okay.
immobilize them.
All right. Oh, so we got pretty punished here by hoping the immobilize would stop him from doing anything, huh? That's a shame. Yeah, because he's actually pulling a ranged attack here. So he's doing the rapid bolts, which is attack -1, target 2, range 4. So he'll actually be doing 2 attack 3s, first on your summon and then on you, both of these with muddle.
I think I accidentally should have.
Okay, so on your summon first. So 4 to the summon, putting it to 2. And then on you, would you like to use your Sod Leather? Oh,
yeah, sure, why not?
I realize you also didn't take your pick of the 2 head items. I'll just let you do that now. You can grab whichever of the 2 you
I think
want.
we'll probably take Amulet Alive, seeing as we're not doing much attacking ourselves.
Makes sense. Okay, so Sod Leather you said?
Yeah.
All right. So -1 on attack 3 is 2, plus 1 for the shield, so 1 total damage. Okay. Yeah, well, that was unfortunate because the damage dealt to the summon, but
that's okay. I've got Silent Scream in place, so
oh yeah, that's a good point.
I guess it's a little bit awkward with a Silent Scream because you have to actually perform the melee attack to get the heal. But it's yeah, hopefully I can.
Well, I mean, it'll get it at least 2, and like I said, I'll throw the ice armor on the rat monstrosity as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm just going to use the bottom of Reviving Ether as a move 4 jump, conveniently stopping short on this coin right here. And then I'm going to use the top of Frost Strike, consuming the ice that you just made, to just do an attack 2, range 3 stun. I don't think I'll do any other loss attacks this rest cycle, or big attacks, so I'll just go ahead and use my Simple Bow, which is a Prosperity 1 2-handed item, which is just during your ranged attack ability, gain advantage on 1 attack.
Interesting.
This is not the actual art. This is anyone who's played the Frosthaven Prosperity 1 items should recognize this art. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
There we go.
Interesting that ability's kind of been shifted a little bit from head to hand.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, who knows? It might still show up in head at some point. But, and then I'll go ahead and use the Scouting Lens as well, just to get Pierce 1 here, since again, I don't think I'll be attacking. So I'll add Pierce 1 to my attack as well. So this is an attack 2 stun, Pierce 1 with advantage. Okay. So 2 total damage, and we stun them.
Nice. Okay. All right, pretty clean, except we've probably lost a little bit more health than was ideal, maybe.
So I will do the strengthening and bonus damage to either you or the rat monstrosity this round. So I'm going quite fast. Just don't go extremely speedy. The scout's stunned anyway. And then I'll also throw ice armor on the rat so that it won't die anytime soon.
Sure. Well, I think I will probably need to do this. I think is probably for the best. Sure. Then we've got a big move turn. Okay.
Okay. So, yep, I'm up first at 12. So I'll use the bottom of Heat Wave to do Strengthen, target 1 ally, range 3. Target adds +2 to their next attack this round, and I make Fire. I'll also make Ice with the top of Ice Armor, so I make both my elements again. Nice. Although, if you ultimately want the Ice, you can have it. Do you have a preference for you or the Summon, which one I strengthen and give the +2 to?
Do it for the Summon for fun.
Okay. So we'll throw that on the summon. So the summon's next attack has +2 this round. And then I'll also put Ice Armor on the summon. So Ice Armor is place a character token on 1 ally within range 3. On the next 3 sources of 2 or more damage they would suffer, negate the damage. Okay, let's move this away.
Nice. I like the way that on the Spellweaver, like some of the... Because I always quite liked the kind of the Ice Armor shenanigans that the character could do before. But it felt like sometimes a little bit at odds, you know, you wanting to... either you kind of go for maybe like a more of an aggressive build, or maybe you go for more of a support build. And then there was that build was kind of like on the fringe of being like, yeah, there were elements of it that were fun. I kind of like the fact that now it's like a targetable, ally ability rather than necessarily just you, because it gives it a little bit more like synergy with kind of the heals and other things that the character had going on.
Yeah, you still have the option to throw it on yourself.
Of course,
which
yeah.
is like kind of a more efficient thing because it's a bottom action. But yeah, most of the time you're more likely to use it on your allies. It really just depends on the party. Like, yeah, if you're with I don't know, someone who spends most of the time invisible or something like that, then maybe you'd be like, all right, I need it for myself. But it's true. Most of the time you'd rather throw it on someone else, like here.
All right, so there's +1. So 4. Still pretty...
Well, so 4 plus the 2 from my bonus, so 6.
Oh, of course,
so
yeah.
5
Oh,
damage.
sorry, and plus he has negative condition because he is stunned.
Oh yeah, that's true. He does have a negative condition, so
Yeah,
actually that's
an
one
extra
more.
one. Yeah, look at that synergy. All right, then I'll take my go. I'll just use a default move too, I think, as for my bomb, just to get it up there. And then we're gonna be swapping our augments out here, I think. So we'll do Silent Scream. So we're gonna discard this. Is there a way to... Oh, I just drop it in there.
No, that you just have to
Yeah,
do.
just drop it in there. Sure. So we'll do an attack to disarm. Draw an attack modifier. Whoop. So
you still have disadvantage because of the model he gave you last
oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay. Well, you still get the control one. Although
No, I
ultimately he's stunned. Oh no, he's not. Oh, sorry, no, you didn't have the bonus. Sorry, I hadn't. I guess you started your turn. I hadn't clicked through the Vanguard was stunned before.
Sure.
So
Okay, he was on 14
no synergy.
Okay,
but this does mean you can control him if you want.
It's just a move one, right? I don't think there's much. Yeah, there's probably not much benefit here. There's nothing to combo it off in anyway. And then I'll heal my Rat Monstrosity for 2 with the Psychic Scream. Then that's going to go into my active now. Lovely. And he is disarmed as well. So,
okay,
beautiful.
Awesome. Also, at the end of my turn, just mention it, but yeah, so I have the perk Residual Energy, which is whenever I play at the end of each turn in which I played at least one loss action, I gain a bless.
Wow.
And this is a 2-check perk. Like I said, I spent all my perks on non-AMDs.
Yeah, I can see that.
I've loaded up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, all right. So here's the story. Etheric Bond, sometimes you think you're clever and I don't need to spend a check on this. It's fine. I'll just long rest the entire time anyway. I tried that enough times and ended up regretting it that I was like, okay, I'll take this perk, suck it up, And then Crystalline Stasis, I wouldn't necessarily always take, but I figured in a party with a Mind Thief, there was a chance that you'd be leaving me invisible. I guess I didn't. If I'd known you were doing Summon, maybe I wouldn't have done this. But yeah,
Sure.
In a party with 2 squishies, it felt like having this defense mechanism was useful. And then yeah, Demris forced me to play losses, so obviously I was going to take Residual Energy.
Nice.
This goes away.
Now that seems like, well, I mean, super powerful on the surface. Residual Energy for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I mean, I think I will take a long rest here. He's disarmed at 5 health. I feel like you've got this.
Yeah,
I've got both my elements up, but what can you do?
Yeah, my plan here, I think, is just to probably just kind of which door opens next, or I guess we don't know, right? He's gonna give us that information.
Yep.
Like I can get myself relatively into the middle, I guess, of the next room, and then we can see where we are. Okay. So yeah, Rat Monstrosity is gonna have a go. And he does have a negative condition. Super.
Yep. Well, balances and out in the end. So
-1,
4, so 3, so 2 damage.
Yeah. Then I guess I will. What is he doing? Nothing special. Literally. Okay, so. I use the top. No, I still feel like I need to put a heal in here. Heal in on the rat, I think.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea.
Yeah, okay. So we'll just use we'll use Scurry as just a default. Well, we'll decline the move and just use the.
Well, you could actually. I mean, if you move down to the bottom right of him, it still does get you 1 closer to the door, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So we'll go down there and we'll just attack him for 2 then.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, and he has a negative condition.
Yep. So that's exactly enough, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll take it.
So
That
He's
is
dead.
exactly
Well,
3.
sorry, he's defeated, not dead. Not fully dead, just mostly dead.
Subdued.
Okay, and 2 healing on the rat. So now, again, I don't have the. Well,
I guess I can use the rest of my turn. I will go.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll leave that loot.
So I won't spoil anyone with the full narrative, but basically, at this point, the informant offers you a choice.
Ooh.
So, you can either have the key to the corrupt city guard's headquarters, or the key to the corrupt city guard's treasure vault.
Now, question for you: am I safe to pitch this to chat, or is this a bad idea?
Yeah, you can pitch this to chat. Go for it.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like given these choices, we know what chat's going to choose, but that'll give me a chance to go refill my water. So go for it. I'll be right back.
Okay. Right. I can't remember what the options were. Hopefully you guys do. I'm going to give you an option A and an option B. Poll is now up. What are we doing? You want the treasure? Of course you want the treasure. How am I liking the Mind Thief so far? Yeah, it's fun. I mean, this summon seems really good. Like, really, really good. Plus with those negative condition attack modifiers. Ooh. Very nice. Which is which option? Yeah, which is which option, Gripe?
Oh, sorry, which is which in what regard? In the poll?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I guess in the order that I said. So the headquarters versus the treasure.
Right.
Headquarters is A, treasure is B.
Yeah, nice. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I didn't catch that myself very well. It's all right. There's plenty of time. The poll is still up. I can probably extend the poll if I need to.
Okay. Well,
I think that was
I think we always knew how this would end.
Yeah, overwhelmingly B. So.
Okay. So this door down here is now unlocked.
Unlocked but not opened.
Correct. Let me double check. But yes, I believe. Yes, unlocked but not open. We just got the key. The door didn't magically open.
Right.
Okay, and then I take my long rest, and that's the round.
All right. I will probably be doing a long rest myself.
Okay.
Next turn, I think. Is there a button for that?
Yes, there is. Over on your player interface, there's just a button in the bottom right that says long rest.
Oh yeah. Lovely.
What should I cut? Okay. So it's a little bit difficult because I have to play as if I don't know the scenario.
You gotta feign it. Come on, you gotta sell it. Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Oh no, I can't possibly think the best 2 cards to play right now to open this door.
Okay, so I will do a move for jump. Nice. And go to here, and then you get your long rest.
Nice. So is the summon rule kind of carrying over?
Yep, same rules.
Nice. Move 3 or was it move 2?
Move 3.
Move 3, perfect. All right. So we'll get ourselves 2 health back. Boop, boop. And what do we get rid of? That is the question. Hang on. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, it didn't work this. Oh, it's because I had to pick all of them up. That would be why. Nice. There we go. Oh, I should have discarded these 2.
Oh, you still can.
Well, this 1 card, not the summon. That would be silly. Let's go. I feel like Scurry might be the one to get rid of here. Ooh, I don't like that though. Yeah, Scurry, I think. Away you go. Only because I want to play with the other cards as well, because they're very interesting to me.
Understandable.
Need that loot too for the treasure room, guys.
It's okay. I've got a loot too prepared.
There's a lot of scoundrels in chat today, apparently.
All right, I'm just gonna keep moving towards the treasure room. I'm a little ways back, so I'll set up some fire and be ready to bust on in the next round.
Okay. Well, I guess I just need to make my way. I'm making my way downtown. So do you think you can open? You're not going to open the door.
No, sadly, I won't be able to open it this round. I don't. I mean, yeah, I max out at move 4, and I don't have the move boots.
Sure. Like that. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yep, I'll just move next to the door, and I will activate warm up again, making myself fire.
Nice.
And I'm done.
Okay, well, my summon's not going to move, but then I am going to do a move 3. 1, 2, 3. Then grant one of my summons and move 2. 1, 2. Then I'll use the top of feedback loop. So I can't do the attack, but I can still grant one of the summons the move +0, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice.
And activate the augment.
Nice. I just realized I haven't been gaining XP, but I don't know if that's a
It's
massive
fine.
deal.
We don't need to worry about that.
Sure. Yeah. So it's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Nice. Cool.
Someone
all caught up as well.
Yep. I will open the door as early as the Spellweaver can go.
Okay. Well, I don't think I can really... Well, I guess I could maybe beat... No, actually, I don't think I can. And I'm guessing you are using any elements that are there.
I am planning on using the fire.
Okay.
And, yeah. I mean, I could use ice, but I don't... Well, yeah, I mean...
Is there any ice? No, there is...
Sorry?
There isn't any ice, right?
No, there isn't any ice. I didn't
could you make me some ice?
Not while moving, unfortunately. Well, yeah, I mean, I can use my element potion for it.
Yeah?
That's not a problem.
That, that would be great. I want to use this. Nice. All right.
All right, here we go. So I'm up at 7. So I'm going to do the Spellweaver Classic from Gloomhaven 1, and now apparently Gloomhaven 2 as well, which is use a move 2 at 7 initiative. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1
no.
over the door. All right. So I'm gonna need to set up a few things quickly. Quite a few things actually. So this will give me just a couple minutes here. So I need to set up this room. Well, all right. So narratively, we open the door, but an alarm goes off. What a mistake. So not only does this door open, but this door opens down here as well, and a bunch of guards come pouring out of it.
Maybe we made the wrong decision, guys. You see what happens? You see where greed gets you?
That being said, there are 2 treasure chests and 3 coins in here.
Okay, well, all right. Now they're thinking it was worth it.
Okay, so we
should have been a you get nothing.
No, that would be too cruel. Although don't worry, there are a few mean tricks in the game, not really. But no, you know, I mean, this is actually a scenario that has generally been quite positively received by playtesters because, yeah, basically you essentially have the option depending on how confident you feel with your party. It's sort of just like a micro way of changing difficulty. So you can have a much harder version of the scenario here, or an easier version with less rewards.
There was a scenario, I mean, we won't spoil it here, but there's a scenario in Frosthaven that does the same thing, right? Where you can kind of push your luck.
I love that scenario.
Yeah, we won't talk about it too much, but I really enjoyed that scenario too.
I think isn't this part of a retirement goal scenario? It was part of a retirement goal scenario in Gloomhaven 1. It is now a reputation-based scenario. This is a scenario that you unlock by helping the military. Okay, so room's all set up. So we need to draw some cards for the guards and the archers. Some traps. Your summon's nemesis.
Oh no, we're not getting more and more traps, are we?
We're getting more and more traps. Okay, so I have 1 movement left. So yeah, I can go...
I appreciate you overselling this as well, even though you exactly knew that there was loads of traps behind that door. I appreciate that very much. The suspense.
So I will step just to here. I guess here is good. So I'll go here, and then I'll consume the fire on Dancing Gales. Oops, and this just strengthens me, and then I'll just get to do an attack through range. So I don't have the ice here. And so I will go ahead and use my scouting lens to give myself Pierce 1 on this. So this will just be an attack 3 Pierce 1 with advantage, targeting the nearest guard. Okay, 4 damage, we'll take it. And then I assume you still want the ice, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, and then I will use my element potion to make ice.
Awesome.
Okay, so then the archers are going to go, they have -1 move, their attack is at range 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one can get me. This one will not be able to get me. Yeah, and their trap will have to go. Oh, the context menu doesn't work for this. That's a shame. All right, so their trap will go here. And then this one will move here and put a trap here, basically. So I just have the 1 attack against me. This is just an attack 2. These things, I don't know, they actually don't have an 8 pierce. This is only an attack 2. I think I can do better with my stud leather. I'll take the attack 2. Okay, I take 3. Okay, and then the guards just give themselves shield and make a melee attack, which doesn't do anything.
All right. Rat monstrosity time. 1, 2, 3. We're making our way. So we are. Well, we're going to move 4 here. The traps here could be quite nice,
the traps
huh?
Actually can. Okay, I see.
Yeah, we've got something. We got something here. We got something. All right, so we're going to use the move 4 on the bottom Enduring Horde. And then we're going to use the top. Brain Leech. Control 1 enemy within range 4. Move 2. Attack 2. Consume the ice to do a wound as well. And because of our super nice perk here, whenever we control the attack of an enemy, we use our own attack modifier deck. So, well, we've only got one choice, I think, haven't we? Oh no, we can get both of them.
You can get this one as well.
These are just 2 damage traps, right?
3 damage.
3 damage traps. Okay. Interesting. It's probably better here, isn't it, to try and do some damage to this one. Let's get him kind of low. So let's move him there.
All right.
This is going to take 2 damage from the trap. And then we'll do an attack on one of these pesky archers. Let's do this one at the back, number 6.
Okay.
So we'll draw from our attack modifier deck. Boom. ×2, baby. There we go.
3 damage.
Consume the ice and a wound. Oh.
All right. Well, that was a good turn.
That was.
All right. So I am going to short rest here. So I get to remove Reviving Ether first.
Question is, do I go... do we want the rat monstrosity to get himself in trouble here or not? Do I go in and rescue him?
I can... So I can play Lost this round and immobilize everything in the room. So that if you go later, the guards shouldn't... Like, your rat monstrosity can go up after the guards have gone, if that's possible for you.
Can I be a bit sneaky and retroactively make ice with my element potion?
I will make ice this round anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, this will work then. This will be great. I would like to use the bottom of this card. Yeah, so I have to go after you, don't I? Okay.
I will be going exceptionally fast, and I have the boost of speed, so you can go whenever. But theoretically, it's better if you go later in general. That way, yeah, the immobilize works on the guards. Because otherwise, if I immobilize them and then your rat monstrosity is just like, oh, I've got this, then yeah, obviously that'd be a little bit disappointing.
Okay, maybe I change this slightly then. No, actually, no, I don't. I leave it how it is. No, we got it right.
Okay. All right. Too bad. 55.
Yeah. We missed out anyway.
Okay, so I will use the Bottom of Emberfrost as a default move too. So what is the archers at range 5, huh? Okay. So I'm just going to step to here.
Ouch.
Well, I mean, we should be okay. We've got 3 charges of ice armor on here or something, so it should survive. So I'll step to here with the Bottom of Emberfrost, and then I'll use the top of Freezing Nova. So this is attack 2, target the 4 closest enemies within 5 hexes, and immobilize. And so I still have warm up.
Interesting. That's a very interesting targeting condition. Very unique.
This is still technically a melee attack, but it's a melee attack which extends up to essentially 5 hexes away and always hits the 4 closest things.
And presumably, if there was more than 4, you would choose the. Right, if there was tiebreakers in this situation.
Yeah. So if there were multiple things at the same distance, you'd be able to choose between them.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be ambiguous in player choice.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I still have warm up active, which adds +1 to this entire attack ability. So this will actually make this into an attack 3 immobilize on all the enemies in the room. So I will start with the 4 health guard and go around clockwise. Also, last round, if I'm not mistaken, yes, I strengthened myself and I forgot to put it on my Sandy because I used the top of Dancing Gales last round. I was thinking I should have advantage for this, but yeah, I do. Okay, so starting with the guard and then going around clockwise. Okay, that kills the guard, that's 4. Then the other guard, it's also 4, so 3 damage. Then the bottom right archer, so also 3 damage. And then the bottom left archer. So that's a 6, so 5 damage.
Nice.
So she's dead. Okay.
Wow.
And then because I played a loss, I get another bless.
Synergy, look at that. That is very nice. That add active is like warm up and that. That is really cool.
Well, see, this is why Themris wanted you all to see it today. He's like, yeah, all right, Drew will be able to do the combos and everything like that. I'm like, yeah, doing combos. I can just sit here playing non-losses all day. I'd be fine, but it is pretty effective.
Yeah.
All right, you're up.
All right.
Oh, and technically, actually, I mean, I guess the immobilize does still do something because it will give +1 to your rat. So.
It will. So rat's going to go in, and we'll do an attack. +1. Okay. So it's going to be 5. Then with the shield, is it -1?
Yep, 1 shield, so down to 4.
Down to 4. Very nice. So what's he on? 2 health?
Oh, sorry. I did make ice on my turn. My loss made ice, so the ice is up.
Yeah, tricky now, I guess. I could. 2, 3, 4. Oh man, I wish this was range 5. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to choose whether or not to move or not, I guess. Well, I guess it's a nice, easy way to just kill them, right? But it does feel like a little bit more of a waste now. But I guess it is what it is. Let's move. Let's just move the. Let's use a bomb of submissive affliction. Actually, what I'll do is I'll use hostile. No, actually, I won't. I'll use the bomb of submissive affliction for fun. Yeah, that could have been a lot better if they. If I positioned myself a little bit better there. I was slightly too far away. I need to be one hex further forward. So yeah, we'll control one enemy within range 4 to do a move 1. And well, you know, I think you're going to go.
So he's immobilized, so you won't actually.
Oh, of course.
You can still execute him with the ice.
Perfect though. We'll execute him with the ice. Oh, so actually it did work out pretty well.
Yep.
So yeah, takes 2 damage.
Okay.
Move off, and then unfortunately I cannot get myself within range. Would have been lovely to have had a plus range item here, but I don't have it, so I'll have to just finish my turn there. But still pretty good.
Yep. Okay. So then the archer will
Easy
go
kills.
ahead and attack the summon for an attack 4 +0. So that's just one of the charges of ice armor.
Oh yeah, I forgot we still had ice armor.
Yep.
Coming in use.
Okay. Well,
you eyeing up a big loot.
I feel like you got this. So best of luck to you. I'm gonna go take care of a little something in the room on the right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that loot too, looking pretty good now. That loot too looking pretty good. Okay. Well, we don't have much choice here, so I guess we'll go pretty early just to hopefully stop our summon from getting pinned. Uh-oh. Still getting pinned.
Okay, so the archer will attack the summon again, this time for an attack 2. Looks a -2, so 0 damage.
That's what we like to see.
Oh, that's lucky.
All right. Rat Monstrosity. Gonna move in. Gonna attack +2.
So
Nice.
5 again. So
5.
The archer to 1.
Then we will. Right. I guess we may as well go for the disarm here. Why not? So we'll just do a little. Actually, we can't.
Yeah, you're a little short on movement.
Oh yeah, didn't even realize. I completely forgot where I was again. Yeah, shoot. What was I thinking here? Control one enemy within range 4. Nope, can't do that. Can't do that. I'm not sure what I was thinking there, but I'll just move this way. I guess I only had these 2 cards in hand, so I didn't really have much flexibility there anyway. It's not like I really could have done anything.
what you did up until now was pretty effective anyway, so it's fine.
Do you have to perform so do you have to perform the attack abilities to get the XP on the new augments, or is it just the act of putting the augment
you could
into
just
play?
take an XP for activating the augment, just like before.
I think I'll probably stay with I haven't been using the top of feedback loop. That's been silly, but I don't think it's actually come into play because I haven't done any melee attacks actually.
Yeah, you activated it while we were running down, but then
yeah, that's it.
Been doing range control.
Yeah, it's fine. So we'll just chuck this on here, just in case we could maybe need to get a heal on our summon. Maybe.
Oh, sorry. Then I go at 33. I just do a move 4 jump and go onto this chest. I won't spoil the chests here today. I do know what's in them, but I'll leave that as
bountiful loot.
We'll put ourselves at a slight disadvantage by not getting this glorious chest. Yeah, I'll take a long rest in here because I feel like you've got it with that 1 health archer.
Yeah. Do you have a charge left on your?
I've got 2 charges of ice armor left, and I don't mind getting it back with arriving ether as we move back up. So yeah, you're fine if you want to take it easy as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking I should take the long rest here. Yeah, let's take the long rest. If we can cover it, it's fine.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay, so move the archer back onto the coin, and the archer will make an attack +1, targeting the rat monstrosity. So this is an attack 4. So yeah, this is another use of ice armor. Okay, and then all you.
Awesome. All right. Well, heal ourselves up for 2. Let's do it here, right? Nice.
But yeah, so first you get your summon's turn.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's move over there. Oh, there we go. Draw attack modifier. Oh, man, we are running hot.
Yeah, no kidding.
We are running hot today, folks. Wow.
Okay. Well, that kills that.
Yep. And then I'll just do my. I will do my. What should we get rid of? I feel like I'm just getting rid of all of my own attacks. I think I might have performed like 2 melee attacks so far. In that whole sequence, I didn't play a single melee attack myself. It was all just to summon you and controlling the enemy.
Yeah, you can definitely lean more or less into melee attacks when playing the class, especially as you level up, depending on how you want to approach this.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of cool because you kind of. The Mighty Thief always had like a little bit of that, but now it feels like you very much have like a much more hands off in terms of you being on the front line. You can definitely take a bit of a back seat and control the flow of battle a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to that end, I might actually get rid of Submissive Affliction, although the bottom is quite nice.
Go here.
Hang on. Oh, I accidentally got rid of that. I shouldn't have that. That should be out. Let's. Oh, yeah. Submissive Affliction, maybe it is. Oh, so tough. These decisions are really tough. Actually, feedback loop. I'm gonna bank on the fact that we don't need any jump, right? That's it. The jump portion of this scenario is over. I'm gonna say that. The jump portion of this scenario is over. That's what I'm gonna bank on.
So in all fairness, I mean, you would have the scenario book, right? And there are 4 total traps in the scenario, and there are 4 in this room. So you can safely assume that there are no more natural traps at the very least.
Yeah, plenty of archers potentially left to go though. Thank you so much for the sub as well, Femoris, by the way. Thank you so much for using your Amazon Prime sub. Appreciate it. Picking which card to lose on long rest is the hardest part of the game. It is absolutely the most agonizing part of the game. I felt like Frosthaven did this really well in the sense that I don't think I've ever had like an easy decision in Frosthaven to like what card to get rid of. It's like when every card feels super useful, like and premium. It's so hard now. Whereas before you always kind of had maybe that 1 or 2 cards you weren't like super jazzed on. Now you really have to choose on depending on the scenario conditions left and what's going on.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to be long resting then.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, sorry, I'm not long resting. I long rested last turn. What am I doing? I will be moving. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's not going to be...
played around out. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's all open information anyway, so it's not really... I mean, there's no monsters or anything, so...
Yeah, of course. Sure. We'll get the Wither and Claw out. Why not?
Okay. So, yeah, I go at 60. I'll do a move 4 jump onto this chest in the back, grabbing both chests. And then I'll use a stamina potion to get back, reviving Ether, to be able to jump again next turn. Technically, I'll activate warm up, but this is never going to matter. There's fire, but yeah.
Some nice efficient looting going on here.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be able to grab all these coins, sadly, but definitely the chests.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be leaving these coins because I feel like I want to just move on. So I'll move 4. Sorry, I'll move 3. And I'll move my rat 2 as well.
Okay.
And then we'll put Wither and Claw up. Nice.
Oh yeah, sorry. Technically the text that I forgot to mention was basically when we killed the last guard in this room, we read a section that tells us that we found the key to the headquarters on one of the guards in this room, which allows us then to go into the headquarters now.
Right.
Yep. I'll just be jumping onto a trap this round. Give myself to 1 HP because that's where things become more fun. And yeah.
Oh, I see. You want to try and get...
Well, no, it's not that. It's more just that I mean, otherwise, there's not really a convenient way for me to leave based on how my rest cycles are going to work. Well, okay. I mean, I could. It just depends how much time you need. I guess we'll see.
Sure. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a kind of a nothing burger kind of turn, isn't it? As we get towards the door. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll do a move 4 jump. Technically, I can strengthen myself here. It doesn't really matter, but sure. I guess this would actually give me 1 XP. So I'll strengthen myself, and I'll do a move 4 jump onto this trap, putting myself to 1. Basically, if I didn't do this turn, next turn I would just have to walk through it anyway, because I have to play Revving Ether next turn, so it wouldn't really change anything.
Gotcha.
All right. So I'm down to 1.
All right. Well,
the cost of getting 2 chests.
Yeah, but everything comes with a cost.
Yep.
I guess I could have had I could have set myself up for a loot 2 at some point there to get all of that in one go. I would have had to have been very greedy, though.
Yeah, who here would be very greedy?
Who here would do that? I mean, you get rewarded for burning your cards and things, so, you know, it's like, yep, we can just get them back again. It's all good. I'd have to take a few turns to do it, and I would have to have burned a card to do it.
Yeah. So I remove this. So I guess I would actually prefer to long rest.
See you, Themrist.
No,
Thanks
see you,
for my buddy.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna take a long rest this round because I really need to recover a little bit of health. I really don't want to do a short rest with 1 life. I do have the Revving Ether short rest perk, but still, I'd rather make sure I keep one of the cards. So, I mean, if you want to like open the door and kite backwards a little bit, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I mean, just depends what you're up to. But
yeah, I mean, I could do, but I'm in a similar position to yourself where I would then be probably on a long rest.
Okay. Yeah, as you prefer. I mean, so yeah, this turn I'm in a long rest. Next turn I'm going to move up about half the way, and then the round after that I'll finally be able to fight again.
Okay, so there'll be a couple of rounds there. I mean, I could open the door, depending on what we see. If it's not too bad, I've got a... Yeah, I could open with an Immobilize. I could always short rest next turn if it's a big problem.
I mean, it's up to you. Again, there's no pressure. If you want to take your time, I just don't want you to feel like you're waiting for me forever and not doing anything.
Yeah, of course. No. Let's do it. I mean, we're all...
Yeah.
Grown up. We're all grown ups here. We can open doors when we want to.
Okay. So you're up first.
All right. Rat Monstrosity. And I'm just going to be doing a default move 2 with the bottom of Silent Scream. Probably the saddest default move 2 of all time.
Yeah.
And then we'll open the door for 1.
So I've got to set up this room. All right, so we have.
Oh, gonna put an archer behind that table.
Normal archer and 2 normal guards.
I knew, soon as you put that table down, I was like, you're gonna put an elite archer behind that table, aren't you?
Yep.
Here it comes.
That's exactly right. There's an elite archer directly behind that table.
These guys have shield too?
The elite archer, yeah, has shield.
Wow.
Yeah, they suck. They're the most questionable 2-point monster in the game, in the sense that they're technically a 2-point monster, but, you know.
Yeah. Presumably we don't have the scaling range and stuff anymore, though, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what they're up to and what they're up to. Well, at least the guards aren't moving. But man, those archers are gonna... That's a paddling, as they say.
Can I line of sight one of them? Possibly.
Yes, you can line of sight the elite by going to here, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only spot you can line of sight. Or no, technically here is all... No, that's not. Yeah, this is the only way to line of sight one.
Yeah. So I think that will be what I will do then.
No, that's actually not. Is that technically? No, I think that actually is. Yeah, because I guess it would be here that's not. No, that doesn't actually work. Because yeah, if you look at it, it's like this is a straight line, right? So that would be what intersects with the wall. Whereas here, I don't know if you can see my drawing, but actually, why is it being so?
It worked the first time. Yeah.
There. Yeah. So that technically just barely doesn't clip the wall, right?
I mean, it's close.
No, but right, because
Yeah,
mathematically it's like this is a straight line, so the straight line would be to the hex there. Yeah. So no, I guess there's no line of sight. I mean, so there is line of sight there. There's nowhere to line of sight.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well then, that does make it a bit more precarious, doesn't it? I am going to get an absolute battering here, aren't I?
Yeah.
I think
you got the studded leather for one of the attacks, at least. I mean, I guess technically you could use the stun powder. I
could use the stun powder. That's a great point. And it would probably be beneficial here. Well, it's the extra shield, isn't it? So,
yeah.
It's, do I want to negate a point of damage? Oh, actually, these guys have pierce as well, right?
Oh, well, the normal doesn't, just the elite. So
yeah. So I guess I have to. Yeah, so I have to. So I have to stun the elite then. Okay. Well, that's done it. So what we'll do is I'll still move back one here, I think, just to give myself a little bit of breathing room here. And we'll draw an attack modifier. So +0. So not great. We do create ice though.
Yep. And immobilize and stun.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. All right, so then, yeah, the guards go. They just give themselves extra shield. The elite archer loses the stun. And then the normal archer will attack you. So you want the studded leather here. That's right?
Yep. Let's do it.
So here we go. Well, anyway, you still get the 1 shield. So 3 damage. Okay.
Could have been a lot worse.
Definitely could have been.
All right, well now, yeah, I'm in the situation where I guess I will have to short rest here, which is not ideal. Not super ideal.
I'm going to turn on the light. I'll be right back.
No, not Gnawing Horde. Well, the thing is, I think that's our only decent move 4, but to be honest, all our other cards are super important, so I feel like we're going to have to get rid of that, even though it is our only move 4 left, guys. We have to get rid of it.
All right, I'm back. So yeah, I'm just slowly catching up. Like I said, I should be fight ready the following round.
Right. Well, yeah, this is kind of awkward as well because my rat's probably going to end up taking the brunt of this a little bit as well. There's not much I can do about that.
Yeah, there's still the 1 use of ice armor. I can go my later initiative this round so that I can, because I'll want to dismiss ice armor anyway. So I mean, if 1 charge gets used, it's not a bad thing. Obviously, you don't want the rat to get attacked 4 times though.
Of course, yeah. Okay, well, I might be able to do something here if I use position bombs. So let's see how this rocks out.
Okay. Well, so we got bonus attacks from the archer. Oh, but short range. That's nice at least.
Oh, we can avoid that for sure.
Okay.
And City Guard are only moving, what, 2?
Yeah, probably 1, I would guess. Yeah. Oh, no, they do have base 3 here. Okay, no, never mind. They're more mobile than I thought. Yeah,
okay.
So
No, I think this works out pretty well for us.
Okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So Rat's going to wander.
I think it would go directly onto the door.
Oh,
right?
sure, of course, yeah. So all good. So then we'll do. So first up, we'll use a Brain Leech Top. So what is going to be the best enemy here to move away?
Well, I guess controlling this. Yeah, so it's tough because. Oh no, yeah, because I guess getting wound on that is good, but at the same time it has pierce. So when it attacks any of the other things, you're basically getting +1 attack on the attack.
That is true. So it would be this one. So let's go for the City Arch then.
Okay.
We'll move it. Sure. I mean, it's better for it to be more central, isn't it? What do you see? Move 2. Should we bring it front and center? Is it worthwhile for you, or?
Well, again, I'm only going to be here this round, so it's not going to change much for me. It's more of a question of where you want to put the rat to keep it safe. Yeah, maybe moving it.
The range as well. Like trying to avoid the attack. Yeah, good point.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. So then we'll attack the. I guess we'll attack the regular archers, considering they're the scary enemies.
Yep.
And we'll consume the ice here.
Okay.
So we get to draw from our attack modifier deck because of our perk.
I mean, still +1. Sadly, no negative conditions to begin with, though.
Yeah.
But still. So 3 damage and a wound. Yeah, it's still very good.
Okay, and then we'll use the bottom of possession here to let's do some avoiding tactics here. So these guys are moving 2, so they're going to go onto the door pretty much. So if I just drop back slightly here, and then we move our rat a little bit too.
Yeah.
Then I think we are good, right? 1, 2, 3 range on the archer.
Yeah. So there's just the archer that'll get an attack off, which is fine because we have frost armor. So that works out perfectly. Beautiful.
Lovely.
Well played. All right. So yeah, the elite archer moves 2 to here. Doesn't get to hit anything. Or wait, does this? Yeah, they do have +0 move on this. Yeah. Okay. And so then the normal archer moves here, takes 1 from its wound, attacks the rat monstrosity. Flips a -1, which uses up the last charge of ice armor at a perfect moment because I'm just about to recover it.
Nice.
And then, yeah, we have the guards moving 2 as well. So this one goes to here, and this one goes to here. Okay. So then I go at 70. So I will use the bottom of Dancing Gales to do... Sadly, not getting to do this in combat is pretty brutal. Getting to use this loss on the Reviving Ether turn in combat is so huge. But yeah, for some reason I was stuck off in the side room. I don't really know how I got there or what I was doing, but I woke up covered in gold.
Yeah,
so.
This is like I guess this is the cost here is that you're kind of considerably behind. It would be nice to have you in the fight.
Soon enough. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll make wind with the bottom of Dancing Gales, moving 3, and then I'll make any element with Reviving Ether.
I love this change as well. It's such a small change, but the change to just be an element of your choice on Reviving Ether, I think is like super nice.
Yeah, so actually, I think, I mean, do you have a use for ice? I guess worst case scenario, I probably have use in ice. I mean,
in hand, I do. Yeah, but it's I do have a fairly decent use for ice in hand. Yeah, so
yeah, then I will make ice with this, and I made wind as well. That's not really going to matter for me here. I didn't bring any of my random element, assuming. So Dancing Gales is lost, but then I recover with Reviving Ether, so I get a full hand of 7 cards. And because I played a loss, and so this is actually worded such that even playing 2 losses in a round, I still only get 1 bless.
Yeah,
so I don't get 2 blesses here, but we'll still take 1 more bless.
I still think it's very good.
Yeah,
that's not a deal breaker, I don't think.
No, definitely not. Well, if anything, I say this because, lessons learned during playtesting, there may have been a point where it was worded the other way, and we're like, all right, let's fix this.
Yeah, I think that I would imagine there's something like that in like a single playtest scenario. You're like, yes, that's
Well, especially because of I didn't take it, but the other level 2 card, Etheric Echo. I guess I'll bring up here and you can take a look at. is this. So this is a new effect on the top for the Spellweaver, which is play one level 1 card from your loss pile other than Reviving Ether to perform an action with a loss of the card. So this is essentially a sort of toolbox or, I mean, there are multiple different ways this can be played, but basically this allows you to repeat level 1 losses an additional time per Reviving Ether cycle. Which, yeah, has some interesting build patterns. One of the most common things playtesters did with this was just juicing up Fire Orbs with enhancements and then playing Fire Orbs 4 times in a scenario, which is a pretty cool path for a Spellweaver. But the reason why this is relevant here is because this specifically plays 2 losses in a turn. So that was really the problem.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's very fun, though. I like the idea of just juicing one your favorite burn and then just going for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that
idea.
idea.
I mean, it's cool that, like, I mean, Fire Orbs is like the iconic Spellweaver thing. I mean, I guess Reviving Ether. If you ask a Spellweaver or someone who's played Spellweaver a lot, like, what are the cards they think of first? They're always thinking of Fire Orbs and Reviving Ether, and then probably Cold Fire as well. So yeah, the fact that there's like a viable path to keep Fire Orbs until the high levels is actually pretty cool.
You sure it isn't Mystic Ally? I mean, controversial.
Yeah, I mean, Mystic Ally was something. Mystic Ally basically, it was like, all right, so the Spellweaver can only make attack 2s, but the Mystic Ally does actually 50% more damage every round. I mean, you could just AFK for the entire scenario, and basically the Mystic Ally is a good enough ally on its own. All right, so I am going to...
Right, so I think I'm going to go kind of super early here, and we may be losing our summon.
Okay.
But, you know, I mean, hopefully you can do something here, but I need to make sure I got that the right way around. Hopefully you can also help clean up a little bit. Maybe we just do enough damage here. Maybe we pass the damage check.
So let's see here. So you're planning on using the ice, right?
I'd like to. Okay. I mean, I think I'd have a good use for it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out. Do here.
I've done the classic thing that I always do at the moment, which is I completely forget that I have items.
Yeah.
I've noticed that as just like a neglectful thing that I'm kind of guilty of when I play on stream. It's like they're kind of out of sight, out of mind type thing.
Yeah. Trying to think it through. And so you're not making ice, are you?
I am making ice actually. Yes.
Oh, you are. Okay. In that case, would you also be able to make fire with your element potion, and then I can have a very good turn?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
I can do that.
All right, then in that case, I have a plan. All right, let's do it. Okay. All right.
Nice initiative. All right. Let's not fail this. Okay, round monstrosities coming in. Let's draw. +0. So 3 with the shield. That'll be 2 damage. Then my turn. So, well, here's the interesting part. What are these guys doing?
Move -1s again, so they have 2 movement on the guards again. So the back one won't reach. The front one is pretty much always going to be close.
Which ones are you thinking about targeting here?
I'm really flexible here. I'm using Dancing Gales again, so I just, I'll have an attack 3 and attack 2 somewhere. So I'll just try to make sure that I kill off at least one. I guess I'll probably hit the normal archer with my attack 3, because with advantage, hopefully I guess I can use the scouting lens, so at that point it's pretty much 100% that one will die, and then I'll just throw the muddle probably on the elite archer. I don't know, on someone else. Okay.
Well, in that case, then, what I'll do is I'll use the bottom of Submissive Affliction to move this guard away.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Do 2 damage by consuming the ice. Yeah. And then we'll hit him with an Immobilize.
Nice.
So I'll hit him with an attack 2. Immobilize. Boom. All right. Okay. Wow. No damage, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but we
still got 2 on him and stop him from attacking. So.
Yeah, but we make ice. And I'm going to make you some fire with my element potion.
Thank you. Okay, so then, I'll use the bottom of Freezing Nova as a move 4 here. 1, 2, 3 to here. Me being here isn't really a problem for you, is it? I mean, I guess I'm No, yeah, I want to
No,
see it.
not really. It feels weird, but I'm kind of playing a ranged Mind Thief right now, and it's kind of outrageous, but you know.
Fair enough. Okay. So then I will consume the fire and consume the ice using Dancing Gales. So strengthening myself, and then yeah, I have an attack 3 and an attack 2. So it just depends how greedy I want to be. Because I'd really like to get the Pierce when I attack the Elite City Archer, because it's going to be so hard to break through that. So, but then I have to count on getting a +1 when attacking the normal. I guess worst case scenario, if I just get a +0 when attack.
You have your simple blow for advantage, right?
Well, no, I already have advantage because I consume fire on Dancing Gale. So I'll have
got an extra pierce on your scouting lens though as well.
Yeah, it's just a question of whether I can be greedy and try to greed the scouting lens for the elite archer.
Sure.
I think I'll do that because worst case scenario, if I do just end up drawing a +0 on the normal archer, I can just attack it again with a second attack. I won't be missing out on much at that point. So yeah, okay. And I believe I'm gonna get 3 blesses in there at this point. So sure. First, I'll do attack 3, range 3, targeting the normal archer then with advantage without using the scouting lens. Well, a bless is a little bit overkill. +1 is good enough, but whatever, it's fine.
That's good. We'll take it.
Okay. Yeah, we will. And then I will do the attack 2, range 3 muddle, targeting the Elite City Archer, and I'll go ahead and use the scouting lens on this. So with Pierce 1. How much does an element matter? Well, I can figure that out at the end. No, I guess I have to figure that out now because I'm about to apply damage. So I guess
I have no use of an element next turn, so
I could stun the Elite Archer next turn with ice, which seems pretty good. I think I'm in for that. So yeah, I think I will take the ice rather than the +1. So, okay. In that case, this is just an attack 2, pierce 1, so that does a whole 1 damage. And she is muddled.
Okay. Well, fingers crossed this stops our rat monstrosity from dying.
Yep.
Well, all right. Yeah, we should be safe.
Yeah, we should be good for sure. The mobilized move play worked out really well. So this just stays in place and strengthens itself. This one goes up to here and strengthens itself. And then, yeah, the Elite Archer will attack the rat monstrosities. This is an attack 5, but with disadvantage because the muddle. Oh, wow, the muddle did make the difference.
you need to draw those a little bit slower, Gripe.
Fair enough.
Boom, boom. Oh.
All right.
I have a heart attack over here.
There we go. The rat monstrosity is at 1, and that's the round. Oh yeah, and so I did make ice. Okay, so I will give you a bonus on your or the rat monstrosity's attacks this round, and then I will stun the Elite Archer.
So yeah, this is kind of interesting because there's probably a way here that we can keep the rat alive because I can also disarm something. So it's probably the rat's unfortunately going to sit on the door though, which is annoying.
Yeah.
I'm
going to give the rat a big bonus to its attack. So it's possible, I mean, because the rat will attack the one with 5 health. So with just a tiny bit of damage, that one's dead, and then we could stop the other 2 from
And
attacking.
actually, I haven't used it yet, but I do have a spear.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So we might be okay.
Okay.
What are the standee ordering here? 3 and 4. Okay, yeah. If he kills the 3, then I could probably disarm the 4, and you can stun the archer. Okay.
Yep, I'll stun the 5. And I'm going to be going, to begin with, I'm going fast, but I also have my boots of speed, so you can go as fast as you want. I can guarantee go before you here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. Sure. So yeah, just more or less normal stuff from all of them. Okay. So I don't need to use my boots, so I will go ahead and use the bottom. Well, I guess I'll use Frost Strike first. So I'll use the top of Frost Strike. I'll consume ice, and I still have the strength from last turn. So this is just an attack 2, range 3 stun with advantage, targeting the Elite City Archer. Ah, there's a bless. I'll take that.
Nice.
2 damage and a stun. Okay, and then I'll use the bottom Heat Wave to strengthen and give +2 to the next attack of the rat monstrosity. So there we go.
Let's go, rat.
See ya. Breach Badger, Alice, take care. Thanks for stopping by.
See ya, Alice.
Okay, so moment of truth. Need a +1 from the rat here, attacking this thing.
Easy. Right, the sweat.
All right.
Bam.
Oh.
No good.
No. It's advantage. So you get 1 more.
Oh.
That's the real sweat. I thought you were just really sweating the sweat there. All right. There we go.
As if the rat monstrosity isn't going to crit this scenario on every attack that they do.
I mean, it actually would have killed the full health city guard there. All right. That kills. So that's an attack 10.
That works. Okay. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah, I'll just use the bottom of Withering Claw, I think, then, as a little default attack 2. And position myself nicely here. To then use the top of Silent Scream.
Okay.
So that's going to go into our active. And then we'll do a attack 2 with Disarm using our Iron Spear.
Okay.
Alright, draw up for it. +1 and Immobilize.
Well, I guess it's right about to go. I was saying, that'll give you a +1 next turn, but no. But
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So that's attack 3 then? So 2
yep.
damage?
So 2 damage.
And then you also get a heal 2.
Yep, and then we'll heal the rat for 2.
Okay.
Back in the fight. We got to keep him alive.
We're trying. Okay. So the city archer loses the stun, and the city guard loses the disarm. And
I'm actually kind of impressed that we've kept this summon alive for this long. Like,
certainly...
there's a level of I play a summon on turn 1. If it makes it into like the second room, we're winning. Where this is all like, this is all like cherry on the cake. This is like, it's all this extra value.
I mean, especially with this party, right? Yeah, I'll be frank. I didn't expect me to stay alive this long either. I mean, it's not like I'm playing, like Sun or something like that, where I can kind of really go out of my way to keep it alive. But yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Nah, we got the heal too. We got the heal too.
Oh yeah, so we have a fire. I don't really have anything to do with that. We don't want to play a lost here. All right, yeah. Unfortunately, this round, I'm kind of out of the ability to keep the rat safe. I'm just gonna have to kind of play 2 cards and have a medium turn here.
Yeah, I'm like in an awkward position where I guess I short rest. Similarly, like it's either short rests or long rests. Say goodbye to the rat. I don't want to say goodbye to the rat. I mean, this is just at this point, this has become protect the rat. So I think we'll short rest at the end of this round.
Okay.
That's not a nice one to lose.
Yeah.
I guess
we also in the last room we just have to kill the boss, right? So at that point we'll kind of want to be all in on damage. So CC will be a little less useful.
Yeah, absolutely. And the bottom of this card is just useless then in the last room. So all right, we'll let it go.
And don't forget you have a stamina potion to round out your rest.
I do. Yeah, I've been completely ignoring all of my stuff.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna make a range attack, and I'm gonna give a little bit of shield to the rat. I don't think that'll matter much, but
Sure. I think I kind of need to just I gotta play this again, but that can't be our leading initiative.
I mean, I guess if you disarm and heal again, the rat might.
Yeah, that's what that's what I think I have to do. It's just what do I use with it? I might have to use a little bit of a boring. We might be on a boring default move too here, folks. Just which one do we use? Arguably, this is actually going to have quite good value, so I think we risk it because I don't think that the initiative difference is worth it here. So I think we just risk it a little bit. I don't think that the difference between those two. I mean, if an archer goes before us, an archer goes before us. Yeah, see, yeah, it's kind of is what it is. That's why losing that hostile takeover, it kind of sucks because it does give us that guaranteed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I guess. Well, all right. Let's start by attacking the.
They could still miss, right? They could still miss.
Yeah. He's got 6 cards left in his deck. What's been drawn already? So how many negatives are left in there? So they've got 2 -1s, a miss in there. Is the entirety of so it's 50% that he doesn't kill the rat. Because otherwise I could also just like move up and tank it, and then if it ends up being a lethal amount, I mean I have some leather and/or I wonder. Well, to begin with, I'm just going to use warm-up. So this is just going to be an attack through range 3.
Sure.
I'm activating that. I'm going to attack I don't have my pierce here now, so I'll just attack the guard. Okay. Well, I wish I'd attack the archer now, but it's okay. So it puts the guard to 2. Drawing those blesses. Yeah, so I wanted to make ice and fire to do dancing gales next turn, but
sure.
I could just move in and tank. I think keeping the rat alive is worth it, and you'll still be able to. I mean, I guess the guard will just die. Yeah, okay. Sure. And I guess, the positive is I also get a coin. We take it.
I mean, yeah, you get the coin. It's all good.
All right. So I'll just use the bottom of Emberfrost.
Protect the rat. Come on. He's going to land like the killing blow, the ×2 heroic killing blow on the enemy.
I mean, that's a good point. The rat has had so many crits at this point that you kind of just have to expect that that's what's going to happen. So keeping him alive is pretty high value. Okay, so the archer is going to attack me. So it attacks for 3, pierce 2. I'll use the stud leather anyway, just to get disadvantage on this. Which gives me pretty good odds that I should survive this. Perfect.
Nice.
So that does 2 damage, putting me to 1, so I don't have to use my stun invis self perk. And then the archer makes a trap, which I will go ahead and place. It's right here. All right, you're on.
Okay, so it's going to be a rat monstrosity, so it's just going to straight up draw. Boom, +1. So 4. See, it kills. Beautiful. Yeah, then I guess I just move. I'll do a default move 2, and I'll get in there.
Oh, there are 2 coins there, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's very good. That is very good. And we'll do an attack 2 with disarm. We use top silent scream. Boop. -1, unfortunately, so no good. But it is disarmed, and we can. I mean, do you want the heal? I'll offer it. I'll offer it.
Heal the rat. Heal the rat. I'll be fine.
I'll at least offer it up on the table. You know?
All right. Okay. And so that's the round. Well, so now that this is disarmed for the next round, I can actually afford to take a long rest here to get this health back anyway, since... Oh, but the rat's going to run into the trap. Ugh. Well...
What, is it just 2 damage trap?
It's a 3 damage trap, yeah.
Oh, 3 damage.
The alternative is... Oh, no, you didn't have the spear, so yeah, there's no real way around that, unfortunately.
Well, it's not so bad, because... I could potentially do another heal because I have Silent Scream up. So it's not so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go this and this. Let's just try and kill it before it does anything crazy. Yeah, getting a little bit
I corrected it for him. It's true. You did accidentally put Brain Leech in loss.
Did I? Oh.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so the rat will move into the trap, going down to 2. And make an attack.
All right, let's draw. +0.
So 2 damage. The disarm giving +1.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the disarm giving +1. Yeah, sure. And then we will do. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to do. Well, we'll use submissive affliction top. So we'll attack for 2 and an additional +1 because the disarm and an additional +1. So 4 damage total. With disarm, not with disarm, sorry, with immobilize. And we can heal the rat for 2.
Okay.
And then it's a question of, I guess I probably just move myself a little bit closer. There's not much more to it here.
Okay. And do you want to use your stamina potion is the only question there, basically.
Oh, sorry, he's not disarmed, right? Because I disarmed in the previous round.
Oh, sorry, no. Well, you disarmed him for the previous round. He is disarmed this round.
Oh,
and
okay.
He's about to go.
Oh, sure, yeah, because we went before him. Yeah, I've got you.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, so now I'm like, I think I have to long rest now. I'm very low on stamina. I got one. Actually, to be fair, I should have used my stamina potion.
Yeah, you still can. You were the last person to go anyway.
Let's do that. Like, that's a bit dumb of me. I've definitely not used my items very well here. So, what do we want here? Can we? Is there an easy way of looking through these? There probably is. That's all right. We'll just get these 3 out. I guess we take Withering Claw back, eh? Just early initiative probably going to be key here. How early are you going? Are you able to go super early?
Yeah, I can.
Just wondering if, I mean, 3 health. You confident you can finish them off?
Oh, the archer? No, not at all. I'm kind of counting on you to.
Sure. Okay, I'll take my early initiatives then.
I mean, Gloomhaven 1 and Gloomhaven 2 spell weavers to a reasonable degree have the same weakness, and it is shield. We're a bit better, but yeah.
And no piercing bow to come to your saving. Saving grace,
No,
at least not here.
no piercing though. Although there's something, but yeah, I mean, and also I have the scouting lens to help a little bit. And Ember Frost has a bit of pierce, but yeah, not tremendous. I mean, I could probably kill it. It would just be pretty inefficient, and the rat, it's just gonna crit it. So.
Of course, that's all we do. Right, so we got this and this.
So I'm just trying to think through. So, do you need me to give the rat bonus damage this round, or do you think that you can?
I think the combination of us together should be okay.
Okay. In that case, I will probably set up for next round. Yeah, with this and
Hopefully not actually, so I can heal. That is true.
Oh yeah, and actually,
actually, I kind of don't want him to crit here. That's right. Rat must just get to slow down slightly.
Want the long rest here next round, right?
Yeah,
so
I
will
not
look to set up. Yeah, okay, I see. That makes sense. So in that case, I should just play like this, and I guess this. Just throw it away. Okay, I am ready. You're up.
Nice. All right, Rat Monstrosity. Boom. +1.
So puts it to 1. Oops.
That's good. That's what we want.
Oh wait, no, it's not. No, yeah, 1. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, because it's 4 minus 2. Yep, perfect.
We got it. It's all good.
Okay.
Great. So then we'll use. Well, I think we'll probably just use the default attack 2 with the top of Withering Claw. So we'll attack it for 2.
Perfect.
Great.
Could not have been better.
There we go. And then we have a heal. Would you prefer it, or do you think I should still put it on the rat?
You should still put it on the
rat. Oh, actually, I think I only have range 2 anyway.
Yeah, you also only have range 2.
That's fine. Perfect. And then, well, I guess it would be remiss of me to not do this. And then I guess I could move the rat up into the corner.
Okay. That works. So then I will just do a move to here and
use my Amulet of Life before long resting. Yeah, thanks. I've been forgetting that several times.
Oh yeah.
Item.
Right. So I just got to decide whether I should use ice armor on the rat. I think I probably should. I don't know. Damage matters a lot, but the rat is really good single target damage if we keep it alive. I mean, at the same time, it has 6 health. No, I'll play a loss afterwards. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm good. So I'll just do nothing with my top.
Yeah. Perfect. So I'm long resting.
All right. So then, yeah, I'm just gonna do my turn where I give a shield and activate the top of warm up to make my 2 elements to prepare to go in.
Nuke down that final room. Yep. Presumably, was there any like thematic text in this room or is it?
Basically, I mean, I don't remember if there is actually thematic text, but this is just like the entry house.
Sure. Yeah.
Entryway to the.
Yeah. So this door was always unlocked to us. There was no we didn't have to get a key.
No. So actually, yes, this door was also locked. We found a key on the last guard we killed to unlock this door.
Sure.
The reason for that is less thematic and actually more mechanical. It's because otherwise, I mean, again, it's unlikely to matter, but you never know. It's always best to protect against things like this. There wouldn't be enough of one of the monster types in 4 players for both rooms to populate properly.
Oh, so I don't like the sound of that.
Well,
I thought we were just fighting the boss.
Well,
we only have to kill the boss to win.
We do only have to kill the boss to win.
Okay. I was thinking like more to the point that maybe someone would, in a very kind of, cheesy move or something would go, just run, storm through both doors, one shot the boss, and a bit of an anticlimactic end there if that was on the table as well.
No, that's not quite the case.
Yeah. Okay.
Not quite possible.
Yeah. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right. So I need to work out what I'm gonna be getting rid of, really, don't I? We'll use this as well, and then obviously we'll reset. Yeah, I guess I get rid of. The boss is going to have some immunities, right? I would assume that that's probably going to happen. It might be a named enemy, not necessarily have immunities.
Well, so there's no boss sheet, right? So it will just
it'll be a named enemy.
Boss, it'll be a named enemy, yeah.
Sure.
Which doesn't mean it can't have immunities. But...
That's true. Let's go. let's get rid of... Let's get rid of Submissive Affliction. I just don't feel like I'm going to get a good opportunity to do it. Actually, no, let's get rid of Possession. Well, no, it's already moved 3. No, let's get rid of Submissive Affliction. Okay. Okay, all good.
Okay, and so you're healed to full, I think.
Yep.
Right, because you get the 2 plus the 1.
Yep.
With the amulet. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna bust in quite early. I mean, not my earliest, but quite early, and and do some shooting. But then I'm probably going to. I guess this was a reason to play Ice Armor. You'll be fine. I'm probably gonna. I'm at 3 health, so I'll probably end up using the perk to go invisible and get stunned when I suffer damage, assuming stuff gets dangerous.
Mm-hmm. So do you think it'd be better for me to go late then? Or if there's a bunch of archers in there, are we just going to be annihilated very quickly?
Well, I can't say.
You can't say, no, but I'm just thinking. I'm thinking, like, is it a good idea to... So you're going really early, you said, and then potentially going invisible.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, going invisible if I take too much damage that I would have to, die otherwise. Basically.
Well, I feel like we should probably follow suit and go. Are you going to be making any elements?
On modifier flips, maybe, but not super likely. I've drawn 1 already, so I have 2 out of the 16 cards in my deck.
Okay,
so
but not intentionally then?
Not intentionally, no.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think we have to kind of go for this and this then and kind of see how things play out. Okay. I may end up having to do some tanking myself.
All right, so 1 onto the door. Yeah, so surely enough, we have located Corrupt Guard, or Corrupt Town Guard, or Corrupt City Guard. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, and 1. Not too bad. And then this is an elite. And the bad news is
he's got 20 health. Okay.
He's got 20 health. Yeah. This one is right here. Okay. Then I've got to place this.
Shield 2 and Retaliate 2 as well. Yeah, Rat Monstrosity is probably not going to last very long here, but it was a good run.
Yep. Okay. So we got to flip for them. Archers doing ranged trap attacks and guards. Not attacking. Okay, so there's actually only 1 attack for this round.
Oh, that's okay then.
Yep. So I have 1 more movement. Sadly, I can't actually hit the boss here, which really sucks. It's my big damage turn. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'll consume my 2 elements, ice and fire, and strengthen myself.
Dancing Gals has really been like an MVP.
Yeah, well, I mean, right? Yeah, it's. I mean, either way, no matter which level 4 you take, I think it's going to end up being the core of your cycles quite often. The way you spend your elements, right? I mean, the biggest dump for elements, this or Cold Fire, and yeah, it's definitely in a 2-player party. I don't know. It depends. Ultimately, I think, again, Benris set me up to fail. He also told me I had to take this, which, again, I'm happy with this card. I think in a 2-player party with a summoning Mind Thief ally, I probably would have taken Cold Fire just because the CC, I think, is a little bit more valuable than pure damage, just, because so much matters about keeping the rat alive. But yeah, if I were playing with, for example, a Bruiser, I think I would always take this in 2-player just because, yeah, in 2-player, AoE is a little bit less important and, flexible single target damage is so useful.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like here, for example, in this room, look at Cold Fire, it would do nothing. That being said, the other half of Cold Fire would still be quite useful. Okay, so I will hit the Archer twice then with both my attacks. So attack 3 and attack 2. I think I'll save the Scouting Lens for the boss. I guess, no, the Archer's attacking me at -1, so for 2, there is a crit in the dex, it's 1 out of 4. No, I guess I will use the Scouting Lens here then, because, yeah. If I get crit, I will have to get stunned anyway, in which case I'm forced to take a long rest. All right.
That's times 2 there.
Yeah, so 6, and I have Pierce 1, so this just puts this hurt 2, and then the next one, if I get a +1. As much as I'd like an element, I think just killing the Archer is probably worth it.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. You need to take the +1, sure.
Yep.
I was going to say, I was like, oh, that was...
Yeah, I know that would have been nice, but...
Nice. But I
Not
can't
taking
use
the
it.
risk of having to pitch cards and all that seems worth it.
No,
Okay.
totally makes sense. All right, then.
So, yep. Then the guard is going to shield and retaliate up.
Yeah, which is a little bit
And-
unfortunate because
Yeah.
Rat Monstrosity is going to go here and just walk aimlessly into it. But, he means well.
Mhm.
So, okay. Fortunately, no negative conditions, but still a +1.
So that's an attack 4 into 2 shields, so 2 damage, and it's 2 retaliate back if I'm not mistaken on the guard card. Yes.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to go. So we are going to run in, I think. So we'll move 3, 1, 2, 3. And we will do the... should we move the summon too? This is an interesting prospect. I guess not. I think keeping the summon just tied up with the guard is probably a good move here. Especially because I'm going to stack 3 negative conditions on them with Withering Claw. So we'll keep the rat where it is. So we'll use top of Withering Claw. So I will do an attack. 2.
1 turn too early there.
Yeah, 1 turn too early. I mean, I've been flipping these a bunch, right? I've been...
Yeah.
It's been very useful. Well, it hasn't really lined up very well for me in this scenario, but I can see how it would be an incredibly good perk.
Well, in the first round, you got
one
that attack
time.
10 from
Yeah,
him,
we
but
got that insane move, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been doing very many. I actually haven't been using the top of Withering Claw very much, so that's probably why that's the case.
Yep. Okay. So
Perfect.
that does 2 damage to him and gives him all the negative conditions.
All
Oh no,
the-
sorry, 1 damage because of the extra shield, and then you do take 2 retaliate.
Yes.
Okay. And that's the round. So I can short press here. We'll bring back warm up.
Well, I guess that's probably the right thing to do. I got some versatility here actually now. This is a nice versatile turn. I could play the top or bottom of either of these two, I think.
Okay. So are you by chance going to be able to attack the boss guard this round or no? Or is that more of like a next round thing?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a next round
Okay.
thing for me.
Yep,
I just don't have enough movement left anymore. I'm really slow on the movement now. I basically got rid of all of my movements cards.
Okay. Yep, that works. Then I'll save something for you for next round.
Yeah, I'm hoping that like between me and the Rat Monstrosity, this card should be gone.
Yep. Okay. All right, so I'm up first at 7. I'm going to trust you to finish off that guard. It's not like it's that threatening anyway. I'm going to start putting some damage into the boss. So the boss is going to have +1 move here. That is a bit annoying. It's 4 movement, actually. I guess he's hitting me no matter where I go then. Okay, well, I guess the leather. In that case, I might as well just pick up a coin.
I could, if you stay within range 2 of me, I could heal you. Possibly.
But there's a coin.
Well,
okay.
it's up to you.
No, I think you healing... I don't mind pitching a card here. I think you healing your summon is more valuable anyway because its health is going to matter so much against the retaliate of the boss. I'll be okay. And yeah, I've got this out of leather. All right, so... And there's a coin. So I will move on to this coin, and then, yeah, I'll do an attack 2, range 4, pierce 1, targeting the boss. I still have advantage from the strength from last round. Okay, so that's an attack 3, pierce 1, so effectively 4, so 2 damage. Okay.
Very nice. All right. Well then, we'll do Rat Monstrosity. So it does a nice attack modifier. Oh, no crit, but still, it feels like a crit. So
it's an attack 5 then. So 4 damage.
No, just 4, right? 3 plus the 1 for the neck. Oh yeah, plus the poison. Sorry.
Plus
5.
the poison.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Forgetting that poison. Okay, perfect. And then we will go right. So I think we'll use Silent Scream top then. It's probably beneficial here. Then I should be able to get some conditions onto the boss as well, which at least if I die, I can die leaving him poisoned and we'll have him for you.
Yeah, poison would be super useful, obviously, against the 2 shield.
Yeah. So we'll go for we'll do Silent Scream then. So we'll get rid of this. We'll swap this in.
Because because I guess you can heal twice this way. Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
I
was wondering if the strength.
Yeah, I would feel like maybe the double heal would be better. I don't know.
No, I know, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you're so likely to kill here. Yeah, the double heal is definitely better.
Sure.
Cool.
All right, so we'll draw.
Well, maybe you're less likely to kill.
Well, he's disarmed though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's okay. We'll heal.
I think you found all the conditions to give.
Yeah. And then we'll draw. We'll do the bottom of Brain Leech. So we'll do attack 1 and boop. Yeah.
Okay,
Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything, but I do take from retaliate damage.
No, it does do 1 damage because he has poison.
Oh, of course, yeah. And then I guess we'll heal up the rat again.
Yeah.
Full health. Achievement unlocked. Well, that's got to be a battle goal or like a challenge or something involved in that.
Yeah, one of the masteries actually.
Yeah.
Summon the rat on turn 1 and keep it alive the entire scenario with full health.
I like it.
Okay.
That's what I can get behind.
And you get a little strengthen. All right, so the elite bandit guard is going to come here and hit me. I will use my stud leather armor on this one. So this is just an attack 3 because it's a -1. And the null. Okay. And so that's no damage to me. I shouldn't have strengthened anymore.
Nice.
And this guard is going to lose most of these conditions, but keep the poison.
Okay. So again, I will short rest again here, I think. Even though it's a bit
Yeah, you're strengthened too, which is not bad.
Yeah, I don't really want to lose the usage of that strengthen, really.
Yep.
What do we lose? We lose... it's fine, yeah. Okay, so then we'll go for this, and... I guess this. Sure. Oh, 15? No! Big yikes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least it means it's not actually hitting anyone this round, and you'll still get the poison on him, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basically, it's just going to come down to you having one giant... Oh, but this is going to hit the rat here and everything. Well, I mean, at least the rat's at full health, so... Okay.
Yes.
So then I'm just going to step to here with the default move 2 on the bottom of Heat Wave, and I'm going to use the top of Dancing Gales again, Consuming Fire, and this time I don't have Ice, so this will just be an attack 3 with advantage. +1, so 4, so 2 damage once again. All right. So the elite guard does nothing. The normal guard will attack the rat monstrosity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, kill the regular. I don't. Well, I mean, anyway, I flipped already. I'm not sure that kill the regular was really that much better. Then the rat would go here and hit. Maybe.
I mean, the rat would take 2 damage from the retaliate this turn.
Yeah.
With no other tangible benefit on the boss.
Yeah, because it would be basically the same effect.
It depends if I guess it will depend here on what this next card is that comes out of their deck, right? That's okay. No. That's fine.
All right,
the poison's pretty brutal though, because it means I can't heal it really efficiently.
Well,
with Silent Scream now.
You have 2 rounds left, so I'm not sure that
that's
matters.
true. I could have got I get 1 heal off maybe, but yeah. I'm probably better off healing it on you.
Okay. Right. So then the rat goes.
Yeah, the rat's gonna go. Just gonna draw +1. It is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna go. We are gonna we'll use Withering Claw top. So we're just gonna move. Boop. And we will do just a straight up attack 2 with the top of Withering Claw. Always in the wrong order. So we get the poison, muddle, and immobilize on them.
Okay, so that's 2 damage. Oh no, you have advantage actually. You're strengthened.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do. Draw 1 more. Okay.
Well, at least
I think I'll take the first one.
Yeah. Okay, so that does 1 damage to him, 2 damage to you, and yes, he is not disarmed. Sorry. Immobilized, muddled, and poisoned.
Which is pretty good for next turn anyway for you, because now at least do they still have a ranged attack in their
Yep, they do still have a ranged attack in their deck. Or who knows? Anything is possible. Okay.
So in a weird way, I kind of want to a long rest here to just get extra turns out of my summon, I think.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I think you're pretty safe. Yeah, you got the studded leather and everything. I don't think there's anything that
I got the heal, Amulet of Life. I probably should have used it last time, but yeah.
You still can. You were the last one to go.
Yeah, that's true. Let's just do it, just to give myself an extra health, just in case. And I'll long rest. Buys me extra turn.
Sounds good. Okay, so in that case, I'll just do...
Smart long rest there. Keep the rat in play.
Yep. So, oh, there's the ranged attack. Well, anyway.
And there it is. Spoilers.
Yeah. All right. So I will do the top of warm up and the bottom of Emberfrost. So I'll make fire, make ice. I'll give you shield 1, and I will attack the boss. I will go ahead and use my simple bow on this attack since I'm not strengthened. So this is an attack 3 plus 1 for the poison. So attack 4 with advantage. Plus 1, so 5. So that's 3 damage, putting the boss down to 12. And yep, and the boss goes. Attacks at +0 on this, I believe. Yeah. So attacks you for 4, but with disadvantage.
I may as well use this may as well use this, right, for the shield. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So 4, and then you have 1 shield from me and 1 shield from yourself, so you take just 2.
Nice.
And he loses this, and then your rat goes.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Straight in there.
Yep.
That's draw. +1 and immobilize.
So that's a base attack 5 plus 1 from the modifier is 6, so 4 damage.
And then we take 2 retaliate.
Yep, nice. And then you get your long rest.
Yeah, then we get our long rest. What do we get rid of? Well, I guess we probably just get rid of Withering Claw here, right? I mean,
Yes, what? Sorry?
I guess I probably get rid of Withering Claw here because we've already applied the poison, which is kind of the main point of that at this point in time. Yep. Although having said that, no, actually, I suppose I can do double attack, can't I? And just kind of throw myself at him, at least with the Silent Scream as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go before you this round as well and give either you or the rat, the bonus damage and strengthen as well.
Yeah, sure. That seems good. I think I need the 2 health back. Right, good. All done. So, right, we need then. I mean, really, we should be good here. Iron up some of these coins.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you can probably go for coins if you want.
Yeah, I could
after
do.
Attacking. Because between my bonus, my attacks, and the rat's attacks, I think we've pretty much got him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm at 12. So yeah, I'll start by using Dancing Gales, consuming 2 elements, and do the thing. All right, so attack 3, attack 2, which is attack 4, attack 3. So attack 4, oh, well, okay. Yeah, that kind of gets there. So that's an 8 minus 2 puts him to 2. And then the attack 2, which is an attack 3, also with advantage. That actually only puts him to 1. I feel like I don't need to give the strength and +2 to your rat at this point. I'm pretty confident. I'm going to go run and grab a coin.
All right. He's going for it. Times 2 to finish him off. Come on. We got to believe. We got to believe.
Time.
1 time?
It still does it, though.
Still does it, though, yeah. I mean,
still an attack 5.
I would have loved to have calculated his damage over the course of this scenario.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just keep a little running tally because it feels like it was pretty high.
So you coming around to the summon build?
Yeah, I like it. I always kind of liked the summoning, the whole kind of controlling enemies and then also kind of moving your own summons around a little bit as well. I always enjoyed that element, I don't know what's going to be at level 9. I would assume that we are going to get the level 9 or some form of the level 9, and that's when obviously it becomes the best fun to play with, which is kind of like one of those things where it's it gets a level 9, then it's super fun to play with. But it didn't feel like we had, I guess, a summon before that we could really depend on, yeah, this is our summon that we can depend on, but this is just a house, just so good. We've actually we've got that intermediate summon now that we can kind of play as we journey up to that point.
So you kind of did a bit of a hybrid build, which makes sense because you're trying out a lot of different things. I'll point out that, the interesting thing about the level 5 card is you kind of got a lot of options with it because you can both choose to play the summon, which as you saw is very strong. But the fact that this is such an easy way to trigger, to do a melee attack on bottom actually matters a lot with Feedback Loop, right? Because Feedback Loop triggers after each of your melee attack abilities. So you can still, if you want, use the level 1 summon as well as a different approach. Because by keeping level 5 for the bottom, you can then, so easily go the bottom of Gangling Abomination, move next to an enemy, attack 2, and then feedback loop triggers. My summon attacks for 3 or 2 if it hasn't already poisoned the thing, and then do a top attack, which triggers feedback loop again, and then the summon attacks again, etc. So yeah, there's multiple different ways, and then obviously yes, once you get to level 9, where there may or may not be a rather kingly summon.
Yeah.
Yeah, then this is another way to trigger that as well.
Yeah, I felt like I wanted to keep. I ended up wanting to just kind of keep this for the move 4 for the most part in this scenario. And I think that was like with feedback loop as well. I don't think I actually ever triggered the top. And that was my intention, was at some point to try and trigger that. But I don't think I ever actually got around to having a clean way of doing that. I mean, I used the movement ability on the for the summon, but I don't think I ever really got the top augment trigger properly.
Yeah, I think you finally, I mean, basically you set it up sort of after the first room, and then, yeah, as we were moving down to the bottom, and then, yeah, when we fought in the bottom, then you were just kind of doing control abilities from a distance, which made a lot of sense. So, yeah.
But what was really cool is that, like, I mean, I did not even bring the Mind's Weakness to this scenario, you know? And I felt very powerful on this character. I felt like I had a lot of things to do. I really like just using Withering Claw and then using, you know, Psychic Scream. Like, those two cards together just seem really nice. Like, this is just 2 augments to cycle. You don't have to go like for the full I want to cycle 3 or 4. Like, I felt like just cycling those 2 pretty regularly in between doing stuff like Brain Leech top was really good.
Yeah, I think that, you know, in most testing, it's more or less how it usually ends up. That most people usually trying to find the 2 augments that they really want to use most of the time and try to cycle between the 2 of them. It doesn't have to be that much more than that. You know, obviously there are some exceptional ones, like for example, the level 1, obviously we're level 5, so it's understandable to cut it, but Psychic Blade has such a sort of free bottom, which is like move 3, add curse to your next melee attack. It's pretty easy to bring that, and then you activate it, you know, when you're dealing with kind of like annoying Retaliate or something like that. But yeah, most of the time, I think, yes, it's just like you did here. You'll often find 2 augments and then switch between them as the situation merits, and then maybe sometimes have a third.
But yeah, really like this combination. And it was like, yeah, and it was considerably different, I think, than what playing like it's not like playing like a completely different character, because of course, like a lot, you know, there's a lot of similarities in the name and obviously the name and the theme and all of those kinds of things. But then there is that kind of like, yeah, just it's like I don't know, it's like playing a very different variant or something. Do you know what I mean? Like if you were playing, like, I don't know, it's like if I'm trying to think of like a good video game comparison here, but it's like if you had like, I don't know, like a dark version of a character or something like that. Like you got like this kind of character, and then you got like this, which is like the kind of like they've got similar move sets, but they do them in different ways.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, no, really enjoyable, really enjoyable. And this scenario was also pretty nice. In terms of like the pacing and everything. I mean, that was it. I was pretty much dead. I think I had one long rest at the end there, maybe.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, I just played my last card, so that was 4. So yeah, I would have had 2 turns left in the scenario after this. But yeah, I was also at 3 life, so not really 2 turns left. So yeah, it was. I mean, again, we
you did, yeah. That was an optional thing that could have been passed up in this room, but yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah.
No, Luigi after finishing the game with Mario. I don't know if I'd quite say that. But let's not compare any Gloomhaven 2 classes to playing Luigi. You know? Please.
But okay, I mean, cool. It was a lot of fun. The Mind Thieves was great. I mean, I don't know what you know. One thing I was going to ask you about is obviously this was like the kind of the faction, one of the kind of faction allegiance missions. But how does that really? I don't know how much you can say, but in terms of how that actually kind of really plays out in terms of like the campaign side of the game, in terms of like, you know, what's outside of the scenario.
Yeah, so I think that pretty soon the Satire group, who were the ones who took care of the narrative, are going to have an article or something talking a lot about the like campaign narrative and structure and everything like that. So I'll try not to go too much into the narrative side, but mechanically, yeah, essentially, so at the beginning of the campaign, you're going to kind of be on a railroad for a few scenarios. Just like in Frosthaven, and then after that it really branches out quite a bit, and you've got a lot of options where you go. So both in the beginning from events, and then shortly after from playing scenarios as well, you're going to start having a lot of choices about where you go, what you do, and which faction you support. And so you'll get reputation from events, and you get reputation from choosing to do scenarios. And so initially there'll just be some scenarios you can do. Like, okay, so I can, and I'm allowed to talk about this a little bit. I won't go into too much depth, but basically, like, Black Barrow is still a scenario. Black Barrow is a scenario you did for Jexera originally. Well, you don't start working for Jexera. Well, kind of, but indirectly. So now, after a little bit, Jexera's like, hey, you want to go clear up Black Barrow for me? And then that's now helping the merchants, right? So you get the option to do that a few scenarios in. And if you do that, you get merchant rep. And if you complete that, well, just like before, Jexera still has some more stuff for you to do. And if you continue down that path, you'll start, getting more and more reputation with the merchants. And then after you've gained a certain amount of that, that'll lead to these scenarios here. So every faction has 2 of these scenarios, each one in direct opposition with another faction. So here, this corrupt town guard was actually working for the merchants because they basically bribed him. So that by doing this scenario, we're actually going to increase substantially our military rep while hurting our merchant rep a little bit. So once we get into this like mid-tier or early mid rep level, we'll start to have to make some more choices, which help one faction hurt another. And then this eventually all culminates in the Battle for Gloomhaven.
Right. So essentially, it's kind of elaborating a little bit more then on that kind of, because obviously you had that kind of initial decision, didn't you? Like which way you're going to go, who you're going to side with. So it's just a way of elaborating, adding a little bit more detail, adding a little bit more to that whole, that whole kind of sub theme, I guess, that went through. That I guess, from original Gloomhaven, as good as it was, did fall a little bit flat. And of course, there was sort of like a more obvious route to go in terms of, tangible benefits for the players as well.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my cat is begging for food. That's why I'm reaching down. But yeah, so part of it was also that in base Gloomhaven, or Gloomhaven 1, you sort of also had these choices to some degree. Like, with the Battle for Gloomhaven, you could side with a faction, but it also kind of didn't end up mattering what you did. Like, you made a choice that mattered. You played a couple different scenarios potentially, or on a different side of the same scenario, which is still a similar principle here. But then after that, the game essentially just treated everything the same, right? Like, it was like, okay, well, excellent, you did that thing, and now it's over. Whereas here, we're trying to make sure that, Gloomhaven is still meant to be a sandbox. It's really not meant to be as much of a narrative-driven adventure as Frosthaven is. But when you engage with the faction conflict in the sandbox, you really want to feel the repercussions of that throughout the game. And so we did that with the items, with reputation-based items, and then later on with the scenarios you unlock, and then also just there are some other surprises further down the line based off of the choices you have for reputation, the factions you side with, and stuff like that. So it's really about making people feel agency in how what they chose actually affected the way the game ends up playing out, and the way some scenarios unfold for you. Rather than, like you said, kind of having this little bit of a choice and it not mattering so much in the end.
Well,
and
So I don't want to force you to answer something that you can't.
No, it's okay.
But I was gonna say, like, I was gonna say in terms of obviously the narrative.
Congrats on the win. Gripeaway. Please show all cards to level O.
That's Dwarf. I don't know if he's trolling you or not. That was level 9.
I mean,
okay. But no, I was gonna say, like, obviously, like, the actual if you like, the end point of Gloomhaven was the same for all players. You like you said, you had to go through this away. The final scenario was the final scenario, regardless of any real decision making you have. I don't know if you can say anything to do with, like, is the kind of, if you like, the final act of Gloomhaven mostly the same, or are we talking like, actually no, this whole thing is going to play out a lot more in that final act?
Right. So, well, first of all, a big part of this, when we talked to Isaac initially about how we were going to structure the campaign, he really wanted to maintain the sort of nature of a sandbox. So what that means is, actually, as before, you could actually reach the sort of the end game, the final part of the campaign, without ever really engaging with the politics part if you want. Like, this is a complete player choice, and there is a path to the end of the campaign where you're just like, you know what, I don't want to resolve this, or it's not something I care about, I want to help Hale, whatever. So technically, there's a version of the end game that works for sort of like 4 different ways that it can be played: neutral, and then with the 3 factions. That you will always reach the same end in the sense of the conflict with the gloom, right? But again, I just don't want to sort of ruin the surprise for people. So
Sure.
there will be enough sort of customization towards the way that you got there, that you should feel that the choices did impact the end, not in the sense of giving you a different scenario, but of making the end feel different both narratively and mechanically.
Good, yeah, because it's like Gloomhaven was almost kind of like it was kind of like legacy light, if you like. You've got like certain elements there. You make a decision, you lock off a scenario, you get a certain achievement, you don't get a certain other achievement, and there's some thing there with that, but there's a small amount of difference to that. Really makes
Gripeaway, your fans demand a Rat King if one exists.
Everyone wants to see Rat King.
All right. You know what? Okay. Actually, okay. So here's the deal. First of all, for people who are asking to see the Spellweaver cards, later today there will be an article up on it should be today at least, on the Cephalofair Backerkit page, where you'll be able to check out the 1 through 5 Spellweavers stuff. Since I know, again, you were able to see the Mind Thief stuff much more easily, since NQ was playing it. So if you want to check out Spellweaver, you'll be able to today on the Cephalofair Backerkit. Nice. I will, exceptionally, since Themis has already done this, he showed off Inferno, so I will show off 1 level 9 card here, and since everyone wants to see the Rat King, it'll be the Rat King. But
you should totally just troll everyone at this point and show the other level 9. Like, I couldn't contain myself.
that would be amazing. But all right, but here's the thing. I'm just all right. No. You know what? You can launch a poll. This will be basically.
Okay.
We'll do this, and then like maybe one more question, and then I gotta go. But
of course.
So either level 9, and I'm gonna preface this with, like, I understand that people think they want to see the Rat King, but the Rat King hasn't changed much. And the Rat King, he was never bad. He just lacked the support to really do the things that you need to do. Feedback loop exists now. Like the original Rat King, he's making attack 5s, right? Like with feedback loop, it's like attack 5, Mind Thief goes, another attack 5 every round. So I mean, again, you want to see the Rat King, you see the Rat King, but you might be disappointed. Anyway,
so the poll options here: Rat King or the other level 9. Are those the 2 options, or are we?
No, let's go Rat King or the other level 9 that's not Inferno for Spellweaver. I think the other level 9 for the Mind Thief is hidden in darkness, or is invisible for now, basically. Okay. As would only be appropriate.
Okay. I like it. All right.
Let me grab out the thing.
All right. It's only going to go up for a minute, guys. You got a minute. It's up.
All right. In the meantime, one last question. Anything else you wanted to ask about?
I guess I was going to just ask you how this project kind of came about, like in terms of when did it kind of come onto the table, if you like in I know it's a board game, yeah, it came onto the table, but you know what I mean, like in terms of when did you guys kind of think this was something that we kind of the idea kind of came to fruition and you thought, yeah, this is something that we want to do?
This idea originally came onto the table at the original Gloom Cabin when we were working on Jaws of the Lion. So, all right, hold on. God, this is so hard to find, but I have receipts. So let me go. Give me a second.
Because obviously, there's been a lot of, there's been talks on Reddit and in the Gloomhaven community, there's been kind of general community kind of ideas and sentiments around if we were to rework the characters or if we were to do these things, what is it going to look like? You guys obviously did some work on a other class that we won't talk about today, but that was also reworked from Gloomhaven. I'll say that much. And then so I was just kind of cautious as to when that all kind of, because obviously there was the Reddit, and then I wonder at what point it was yeah, this is a thing we should do.
Right. So yeah, there's I just posted in chat a link to a Reddit post I made 3 years ago, actually, on my phone while I was at the Gloom Cabin working on Jaws. And you'll notice, Zach, who was also there, even has an excellent little trolling response in the comments. So this would actually be the first point at which this was discussed and considered. But yeah, it wasn't the point at which we started working on the project. But this was when I mean, this is something that I'd wanted to do for a long time, and this is the first time I talked to Isaac about it. And then it basically kind of, from there jumped on to sort of discussions towards the end of Frosthaven work about what we were going to do next, and and about how this was something we still really wanted to do. That Isaac and I both really agreed that this was sort of an important thing to do to bring Gloomhaven up to the Frosthaven standard. Again, I mean, since Frosthaven's released, we've seen so many of these discussions on Reddit, right? Of people who be like, all right, I just finished Jaws. What should I play next? And prior to this, everyone was like, well, it's a tough question because you kind of should play Gloomhaven next because it's first. And if you play Frosthaven next, going back to Gloomhaven is going to feel kind of eh. But at the same time, Gloomhaven's kind of, Gloomhaven's even a little bit of a step down from Jaws, and Frosthaven's so much better, so it's a better product for the money. Although, that's not true for everyone. The complexity in Frosthaven can be a turnoff for some, and that is something that I always try to point out to people. And that's why really complexity was an important thing to pay attention to for us in Gloomhaven too. But but anyway, you just don't want this sort of like ambiguity of like, well, should I really go to Gloomhaven next, or should I skip to Frosthaven? Like, you want people to be like, yeah, okay, you finished Jaws, go play Gloomhaven, right? So yeah, it just didn't make sense.
So it's more about bringing, kind of like bringing it up so that you've essentially got 3 different kind of Gloomhaven games, if you like. You got Jaws of the Lion for those who want to, dip their toes in and have a more condensed, shorter experience and learn the game at the same time, in a good way. And then you got kind of Gloomhaven, which is the original big box experience, and then Frosthaven, the advanced big box experience. It's kind of like the three pillars.
Yeah, and again, it's just like different levels of complexity, different costs, different bignesses, basically. I mean, yeah, Gloomhaven is just kind of meant to be the baseline, the standard, and right in the middle of the two. Whereas, previously it was still, but it was just, it was a bit of a dated design in a few senses. I mean, it was an exceptional game. It still is an exceptional game. I mean, it's Gloomhaven 1. I've never actually played through a campaign of Gloomhaven 2 myself. There are a couple of groups that have, but so Gloomhaven 1 is still my favorite game that I've played. I've never finished Frosthaven. I think I'll probably end up liking Frosthaven more. I like the complexity, but yeah, I mean, anyway, Gloomhaven was amazing. So, but yeah, I mean, Isaac in his initial post for this project said that it was a great game, but I don't think anyone would say it was perfect. So yeah, we just wanted to bring it up to the level that we felt was appropriate. All right, so what was the result of the poll?
I think it was the level 9 Spellweaver card. Which is a bit of a shock. I was not expecting that at all, but it was the level 9 Spellweaver card won.
All right, well, at least this way people have now seen both of the level 9 Spellweaver cards since Demris spoiled Inferno. So, all right, well, the Rat King slinks on to fight another day. Or maybe the Rat King's not even there. Who knows? All right. Okay. So...
I have a feeling that, like, if they were like, okay, like, Gripes working on rebalancing the classes, there'd be one card that I'd be like, right, that card's getting very minimal changes, or is like somehow going to be better. Like, it's going to be like a focus point. Like, there's no way that card does not exist in some form if Gripe is involved in this project. Like, there'd be like one thing that would be like in the job brief, which would be like, no changes to Rat King, or like improved
like in my contract.
You got it. I'll only do this if you agree to not mess with the Rat King. You let me do Rat King, and then that, everything else is negotiable.
All right. Well, here it is. Here is the other level 9, Freezing Vortex.
So attack 5, range 3. After the attack ability, kill each target whose hit point value is 2 or less, and create 1 hex obstacle tile in the featureless hex they occupied. Ice and 1 XP. Very nice. I like that with the extra kill condition on the top there.
Right, so can theoretically be up to attack 7 on each target. Obviously, also by level 9, your modifier deck and the ability to give advantage.
And then designated a hex within range 4, pull 3. So this is kind of like a black hole theme. Target all enemies within range 4 of the designated hex, pull towards the designated hex. Is that relatively unchanged?
Yeah, mechanically it's exactly the same as Black Hole before, it's just with ice now. So Black Hole, Black Hole was a card based around executing, which was not something that we necessarily wanted to keep going forward, at least not like like it was there. So and also again maintaining the whole fire and ice being the two halves of the Spellweaver, the two primary halves of the Spellweaver. For differentiation with other classes in the game. It made sense to have the two capstone cards be a fully fire card in Inferno and then a fully ice card here. And I love the mechanics of Black Hole. Like it's super neat effect, and it was always such a great fit for the Spellweaver. It's a shame that no one ever really used it in the first version. But yeah, the ability to suck people together and then cold fire them, stuff like that. So I really wanted this to stay. I think it's always been a fine level 9 effect. I mean, certainly with an element. It's just it didn't make sense up against Inferno. So yeah, hopefully this will find its place. And yeah, we just wanted a big splashy loss to go alongside it because it's full Spellweaver. So kind of have to represent everything Spellweaver's about at level 9.
It's a big icy blast.
Yep.
But no, it's funny because with the Gloomhaven digital devs, it was always a funny conversation because they put so much time and energy into the animations for Black Hole to then realize that nobody uses the ability. I must admit, they were like, they were so happy with when they did all the animations for it, and then I was like, it's unfortunate guys that it's not going to be seen very often.
Yeah, I remember going and looking at that afterwards. I think because I'd seen you mention it on stream about how cool looking it was, and it was actually really cool looking. And then I was like, okay, yeah, but back to playing the real cards,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, more realistically, not playing level 9, but So to answer the question, chat, if you kill the target with the attack, you do not kill them with the ability because the target is dead before the target is dead with the attack, not the ability says after the added effect, I should say, after the attack ability. After the attack ability, the target's dead. The target dies on the individual attack. And no, you cannot block a part off. Anytime you create obstacles, it always follows the same obstacle creation rules as everywhere else in the game. So you cannot completely block off the map with this, just like you couldn't with anything else that creates obstacles.
Yeah. No, it looks super good.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, no, and thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. I think it's been really good fun to play, and also to get a bit more hands-on and get to ask you some questions. I really appreciate it. So thank you for sparing us some time. It's very kind of you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you to everyone in chat who came and tuned in. Like I said, just as a last reminder, if you do, again, since we didn't really zoom in much on the Spellweaver cards, I feel a little bit bad about that, but there will be an article where that Themris wrote, and I edited just a little bit, talking about the development of the Spellweaver, which will be on the Backerkit today, or should be, and will feature the Spellweaver perk sheet and level 1 through 5s. Also for the people who are asking, what were the 3 non-AMD perk cards that you took, everything like that, you'll be able to see a much easier way to view it there. And then I'm sure MQ will show off the Mind Thief stuff. You certainly, you're welcome to.
If I'm allowed to, I'll post it up in my Discord. So if you want to join my Discord, guys, if you want to get the level 5, the stuff that I played with today, basically, you can join the Discord.
Yep. All right. Well,
perfect. Well, thanks again.
That's it for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you. Right. Have a good night, MQ and chat.
You too. See you later.
Yep. See you.
See you, buddy. Bye.
Okay.
All right, there we go, folks. I've been kicked. I'm not allowed to browse anymore, guys. Well, that was very cool of Gripe to do that for us. Really appreciate him doing that. Sorry, we probably missed a few questions today in chat and everything. Hopefully, we managed to kind of answer some of your questions. Hopefully, you enjoyed that. I really hope you did. It was super cool of him to share all that stuff with us. I'll have to make sure my cameras are actually set up here for a second. We'll do a few little summary thoughts. Let me just get my camera sorted. I haven't used this source in so long that I need to just quickly add my camera source back to the scene. Whoa, that's big. Hello. There I am. Something like that. That'll do. There we go. Yeah, it's a very nice scenario. Really enjoyed that. Really good look at the Mind Thief. It was interesting playing the Mind Thief. Pretty much as a ranged build today. I didn't play a very focused build, and you could tell that obviously Gripe, he's hugely experienced at the game. And it can tell because he pretty much knew exactly what he was playing. Probably, you know, 4 or 5 turns ahead. You know, he had the combo ordering down for the Spellweaver, so it was absolutely rattling through that. And it felt like, yeah, that new card that he had that was opposite Coldfire was, instead of Coldfire, seemed really, really strong. So, and certainly the Bless perk to whenever you use the burn action out of Bless also seems really good. So Spellweaver certainly feels like they still have that same damage output that they have, just slightly different abilities and things like that. I said, my thief felt pretty wildly different. I just played ranged for most of the scenario and then just nipped in and, you know, did a little bit of poisoning and muddling and immobilizing and things like that when I kind of needed to and when the cards called for it, and to heal up, of course, my summon. So I feel like I probably touched on all 3 of the kind of avenues of playing the character a little bit, trying to, you know, use the augments a little bit to get the negative conditions going, try to control the enemies a little bit. I did a little bit of that. And then also kind of do the summon side of things, which is to have our own summons and to benefit a bit from that. So I kind of like did like somewhere middling in the middle, but I really, really enjoyed it. Nice that the summon stayed alive the whole scenario. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was super good. I'm very impressed by that. Maybe a little bit lucky on our behalf because we were, I mean, he was drawing ×2s like crazy, so we were killing things super fast. So there was definitely an element of potentially the monstrosity not taking damage from like retaliate and things like that, or just the enemy's attacks, when maybe if we hadn't drawn so well, they would have ended up taking some damage. So certainly them drawing really well helped massively in keeping it alive. But I also really like the idea that we could move we had the bottom of possession, which kind of gave us a little bit of a ways to kind of swap the focus. The rat goes in, does its attack, then we use the bottom of monstrosity to move in ourselves, move the rat away, and then we can be the focus. So there's a little bit of nice synergy there that you can use to also kind of you know, protect the summon in some ways. And it did really help that, of course, I mean, it would have been absolutely dead if it wasn't for all of the shielding and you know, damage mitigation that Gripe brought to the scenario for this as well. That was massive, so that was really good. Silent Scream's very nice. Silent Scream was also insanely good. I mean, it's an attack 2 disarm, right? We know that's really, really strong anyway. But also the heal 2 on the top of it makes it very, very nice. It's really interesting because we didn't use a single stun on the Mind Thief, considering that it's such a strong, it was such a strong component of the original character to not even play it at all today. I didn't use the Mind's Weakness, didn't use Perverse Edge, didn't use Frigid Apparition. You know, those are like 3 cards there that would absolutely be like, you would put as the best cards that character has. And we didn't even use them today, and we outputted a ton of damage. We had some good fun doing it. We played like slightly differently. Still felt like we were doing really incredibly powerful, impactful things. I like Immobilize being a bit more prevalent as well. I think Immobilize has always been a slightly underutilized mechanic. Because it's like control, but it's sometimes soft control, just being able to almost work like muddle against ranged enemies sometimes, where you can just kind of, you know, stop them from being able to move away. So it kind of does, it can be hard control against melee enemies, but it can also be kind of soft levels of control against archers, forcing that disadvantage and things, which is really cool. It was a way better team comp than you expected. The summon having 8 health and the spell with his Ice Armor and Silent Scream, and it was tanky and doing tons of damage. Yeah, it just worked, right? And yeah, it was great fun. Also really good to hear a little bit more about the kind of campaign structure. I know a lot of people are very interested in, you know, what is the, you know, people who have already completed Gloomhaven, you know, why would we want to maybe go back and revisit and play through it again? And I think you can definitely get a sense that although you will probably be able to go, yeah, I kind of remember this scenario in some roundabout way, it is going to still be different, and probably different enough that, especially if you played the game a while ago, you're probably not going to remember, or it's probably not really going to occur to you to know all of those things. It's also good to hear that, you know, the intention here really is to have, if you like, 3 kind of core products, which would be Jaws of the Lion, which I still think Jaws of the Lion, you know, Jaws of the Lion now, although I think at the time was obviously the most advanced product that they had released in terms of rule set and teachings, and the characters themselves also were much better balanced. I feel like the those characters now maybe could do with a bit of a facelift in terms of like they still have the old iconography on them, right? And I feel like that will probably be, although there's probably nothing like mechanically like, whoa, we need to change this game because it still functions great. If the intent of that product is to teach players the game, then obviously like the next logical step would be, okay, we need to upgrade the iconography in that game so that players are learning the new iconography for the game early on, so that when they do go to Gloomhaven, or they do, if they skip Gloomhaven, go to Frosthaven, or whatever they choose to do, there's that consistency between all of the 3 games with that key point. They might not decide, yeah, we need to change the campaign or anything, but I felt like the graphic design is kind of like important for trying to keep that continuity between the 3 games. But overall, really, really good. I'm excited about this. I know that initially when we were looking at it, there was kind of a lot of questions like, what is the purpose behind this? Do we really need it? What are the changes? The initial outpouring from people was not necessarily all positive, myself included. There was questions that needed to be answered. And I felt like, it was brilliant having Gripe on so that we could play a little bit, get a bit of a feel of it, ask him a few questions. I know that he's more from the mechanical playtesting side, as you could see, rather than necessarily from the campaign team, and they will have more information coming soon. But I feel like it's really good to keep our eye on this and learn more and more information, and hopefully we can learn enough so that when the Backerkit goes live, we'll all feel like we're in a really good position to be able to say, yeah, I would like to go and revisit Gloomhaven, because I feel like that's there's enough changes there, or I enjoyed it enough that it appeals to me enough that I want to go back. New players get that improved experience, and then now that we have the upgrade packs for the mercenaries, just the mercenaries, not the general upgrade pack, not possible, but the mercenary packs, we have that option for players who maybe just want some nice characters to mix into their either their original campaign or maybe mix into Frosthaven and stuff like that. So I feel like the goal here, as Gripe kind of said, was that there's really a product for everyone. The person who really just wants to play a short, condensed scenario and get to understand the game system. You got Jaws of the Lion, a nice condensed campaign. And then you've got Gloomhaven if you want the kind of original experience, if you like, which is a little bit of step up in complexity to Jaws of the Lion, but not much. It's in much the same vein as that, with obviously the extra legacy elements that the game brings in, and the unlockable classes and the choices and things. So it kind of gives a bit more player agency in Gloomhaven. And then you got Frosthaven for those of us who really want to get into the more complex classes, a very complex branching storylines, and lots of extra added stuff. So you've kind of got the 3 things. And then who knows, future products as well that will come out. So really interesting.
I think still, yeah, interested.
Oh,
Scott
that's the blessing from Chad.
Yeah.
That's the blessing
So,
from.
Isaac, at this point, can we get your approval to add an additional attack modifier deck for allies in the digital version?